Hello, good morning. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're in the world. I'm Asiri Pereira from asiripereira.com. Today, my social media life, I am going to tell you about how to apply to study in the UK. Stay tuned. It's a very good morning and good afternoon or good evening, wherever you're joining me from. I'm on social media live. I'm live on social media in on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Um, Stay tuned with me. I'm going to share with you some information how to apply to study in the UK. So welcome to my social media live. Those who don't know me, I'm Asiri Pereira. I'm based in England and I am inspiring students across the globe to apply to study in the UK because I believe everybody have the right to um, access to higher education. I am inspiring students from different part of the world. I have helped thousands of students in 14 different countries, and I am here to inspire many students as I can for higher education opportunities. So I have been working in the industry for past 15 years, and I am uh, I'm leading few organizations that enable students to get online education and university education in different part of the world. I've been working with thousands of universities in USA, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Dubai, Europe, and the UK. Um, so I want many students to get into higher education because I believe that is life changing, and it has to be something that everybody should have access to. So I'm alongside I have an organization that provides UK education very affordable and accessible to the world. So if you want to apply for online courses, you can uh, go to our website, www.bmlcollege.com, and thousands of students are gaining UK qualifications online via this platform that we have developed over the years, and you're getting quality higher education, UK education, affordable and accessible to the world. That is one aspect of my businesses, and this is how I inspire many people to get into higher education. You may be listening to me from any part of the world. I have students coming from uh, different continents. Europe, we have students from Europe, Asia, and Middle East, and Africa. So you are, if you are someone who want to come to the UK for higher educational opportunities, please get in touch with me. I can help you. I have my teams and systems in place. We have helped thousands of students already, and we are here to support many more thousands of students because we have the systems and the staff in place to give you better services. I believe everyone should master a skill, achieve self actualization, and give back to the community. So, I am inspiring individuals to get into higher education, improve their skills, their abilities, competencies, and then they will be grow they will get they will do better in life because education will open pathways to many people to realize their passions and to apply for jobs and to go for their dream. Maybe if they want to start a business, or if they want to be a part of any uh, any organization, or if they want to improve their skills and monetize it to get money, so then they can fund their families, they can look after their families, and eventually they are in a position to give back to the community. So that is what my inspiration to the world, because I have started my journey as a student and obedient student when I was in the schools, and then I moved into the universities. I've studied many parts to realize what my passions are, and then once I realized, I have started my businesses and monetizing it, giving back to the community now. We are giving up to 50% scholarships as well in our organization. So if you want to apply to study online courses, we are giving back, like we are giving 50% scholarships for our college to study as well. So it is the kind that I think that the purpose of education. So let's see a video about the purpose of education and why you should do higher education, why you should have to invest in higher education. And then if in people who know me, they have been working with me, know me well, but others, I am going to give you a little bit of an introduction that I have started my education, also higher education in the UK as a student, and then I have developed 16 brands in the UK, and I own three trademarks and helped thousands of students across 14 different countries, three different continents. So I am here to help many more students to get into higher education. I'm working with thousands of universities across uh, UK, USA, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and Middle East and Europe. So you can contact me if you want more information about applying to any student visas. We do our best services for our students. We have already helped thousands of students. So that's why I am here to support you. So I'll get my video prepared. Stay tuned with me. You're gonna get more information about why you should come to study in the UK, and I'm going to bring one of the UK universities to you to get information so that you get inspired. And if you want any more help, we are here to support. This is one of the educational institutions that I'm leading. So, um, if you want to start studying any qualifications, you can go to bmlcollege.com, select your faculty, arts and social sciences, health and medical sciences, and engineering and technology. A lot of people nowadays complete their qualifications in health and social sciences. So go to health and School of Health Sciences, and you can select many programs to complete. Some of these programs are 100% online. You can complete these qualifications online wherever you are in the world, and we also offer 50% of scholarships if you are someone who want to do a university pathway program, or to learn a skill, or to gain a UK qualification. Then we have this program that is available for you to do online. So I can get you some okay, level 6 diploma in health and social care management is very popular nowadays. So if you want to start studying this qualification, you can do it online, part-time, full-time, distance learning. We also offer 50% scholarship, and the objective of this diploma is to equip learners with the underpinning knowledge, understanding, and skills required for a career in health and social care at a management level. This program enables learners to demonstrate their skills by producing evidence from their work activities to meet national occupational standards, and learners will acquire care management skills in the health and social care sector. So, these more information about these qualifications you can get from our website at bmlcollege.com. The entry requirements and equivalencies are also there. The qualification structure, yeah, there are 6 subjects that you need to start studying. So you can complete these qualifications within minimum 6 months to 1 year. If you're someone who's looking forward to join a UK university, these qualifications, pre-sessional qualifications, are very important, and there are pathway courses that we conduct, academic credits and merit levels. So I will play you now why you should the importance of higher education. I always inspire people. I always say to people, it's very important. School education is important, as well as the college education is important, and university education is the inspiring one. So because that is where you change your life. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a inspiration and information about importance of higher education. Listen to this carefully because it's very
Welcome
important
to BML
that
College UK, a prestigious institution.
how to structure your lives, because graduating from the school, high school, and then college or the university isn't the only thing, and it doesn't solve all the problems, but there are things that you need to do, the skills that you need to develop, and to be employability ready. That is where I'm focusing on. So if you are someone who's not having any information or idea how to structure your life, higher education is the only way that I think you have to go. Then you will realize your passions, and then realize the way forward for your life. So stay tuned. I'm going to play this one because this is very important video. It says about why you have to do higher education, because higher education, people with higher education, they realize what is the purpose of life. Sometimes what are their passions, and then they live a structured lives. They are in better positions in society. So this is very important. That's why I'm insisting that young people should get into higher education as quickly as you can.
Established in 2012 in central Birmingham. We are committed to providing high-quality education and learning opportunities for communities worldwide, ensuring accessibility and affordability for all students. At BML College, we not only want our students to achieve academic excellence, but also to become a better learner for life. Learning is a lifelong journey, and we need our students to keep thriving in the corporate sector, learn and cultivate British values, become a better human being, protect the natural environments, and giving back to the communities they live in. We want you to be a proud graduate of BML College UK and International and make your dreams come true. In this video, we will learn how important is higher education for today's world. At BML College, we believe higher education is crucial in the 21st century. It offers better economic perspectives, empowers personal development, encourages community involvement, helps individuals lead structured lives with a strong sense of responsibility. Pursuing higher education helps you realize your passions and develop discipline. It enhances decision-making skills and provides a sense of accomplishment, as each completed course or task reflects your talent and hard work. People with higher education live more structured lives. They have stronger sense of responsibility and advanced personal development skills. When you are in higher education, you will improve your verbal and written communication skills. So you will be a better communicator.
Higher education is important for students because it lets you to realize your different passions. The more you learn, the likelier you will find the true passions in your life. Higher education will give you greater sense of discipline because higher educational programs will teach you disciplines required as a professional. You will learn how to follow complex instructions and meet deadlines. You will be trained how to assess a situation and come up with best alternatives, decision-making skills, and many more.
Yes, so higher education uh, uh, provides many benefits. So if you're thinking, maybe I have graduated from the school, I've got a diploma, I got a certificate on the side. But have you realized your passions? Do you have a greater sense of discipline? Do you have sense of accomplishment, also strong sense of responsibility and personal development? That's what you have to develop. It's not the paper qualifications, the certificates, the diplomas that you have. It is the greater sense of responsibility, what you have become over the years, what have you learned from the higher educational qualifications, and whether you have realized your passions. Because sometimes we do for our A levels, we do some different subjects. Sometimes we do science, and maybe later on we become accountants, or we become business managers, or we become corporate, we come into corporate sectors. Sometimes we do engineering, sometimes we do IT, sometimes we do arts, or different sciences, or languages. But then later on, when you go to higher education qualifications, when you keep growing, when you keep understanding how the world works, and when you keep learning, you change your passions into different aspects, or the situations in your lives may be put into different aspects and different disciplines in life. So that is why you need to start doing a high educational qualification, so that you know, you will realize this is your passion. So it's not sometimes the school education that shape your um uh passions, or let you realize your passion. Sometimes it's the university education, or the corporate world is what is shaping your lives, and that is the experiences are the ones that let you realize your passions. W- However, it is important that higher education, you have to move to higher education to realize your passions, to have a greater sense of responsibility, and to develop disciplines, and and grabs that opportunity in the market to find better employment opportunities and climb up in the corporate ladder and have a strong sense of responsibility. So that is very important. And through higher education, who you become is what it is important than a paper, achieving a paper qualification, getting into the graduations. And it's also give you a sense of accomplishment, because not higher education is not that easy. You need to start studying on your own. Sometimes you have to do the research, do a lot of assignments, and it is challenging. But students who are completing a degree or a diploma, they get the better sense of achievement as well. So get into higher education. I'm here to inspire you. Okay, let's see the rest of the video.
Higher education will also give you a sense of accomplishment each time you successfully complete a course, modules, workplace task, a qualification. You will get a sense of accomplishment that your talent and hard work paid off.
At BML College, we follow UK education system. The UK higher education credit system quantifies learning through credits, which reflect the amount and depth of learning achieved. Credits are accumulated towards qualifications, ensuring recognition of your educational accomplishments.
Credits are awarded upon successful completion of modules based on learning outcomes. This system ensures that your achievements are recognised, regardless of how or where the learning took place, maintaining a consistent standard.
Credit is a means of quantifying and recognizing learning whenever and wherever it is achieved. It can be used as a tool to compare learning achieved in different contexts. Most higher education programs of study comprises of credits has been assigned to individual modules and/or to whole programs. A number of credits is normally assigned to each module, which indicates the amount of learning undertaken, and a specified credit level indicates the relative depth of learning involved. Together, these are known as the credit value. Credit is awarded once you have successfully completed a module in recognition of the amount and depth of learning which you have achieved. Credits are then accumulated towards the total credit required for a program of study and a qualification. Most institutions that provide higher education programs of study in England use credit. Now let's see how and when credits are awarded.
Credit is awarded to you when you have shown through assessment that you have successfully completed a module or a program by meeting the specific set of learning outcomes for that module or program. Statements of learning outcomes outline what you will know, understand, and be able to do when you have successfully completed a piece of learning. It is the achievement of the learning outcomes that is essential for the award of credit, not how or where the learning took place, or how it was assessed, or how long it actually took. You usually demonstrate that you have achieved the learning outcomes of a module or qualification by successfully completing one or more pieces of assessed work to a minimum standard. Exceeding the minimum standard does not result in you being awarded more credits, as the credit value is fixed before assessment. The credit value indicates both the amount of learning expected, the number of credits, and its depth, complexity, and intellectual demand, the credit level. Each module or unit has only one level for its credit. The credit value for a module or unit is set for that element of learning before you begin your studies. Once you have been assessed and have successfully achieved the required learning outcomes, you are awarded all of the credits, the credit value, for that element of learning.
Most undergraduate certificates and diplomas have 120 credits, whereas a foundation degree is equivalent to 240 credits as shown in the table. Bachelor's degree is awarded when 360 credits are achieved. Master's degree is awarded when 540 credits are achieved. Likewise, it is very important to understand how UK academic credit system works. For more information, please visit www.qaa.ac.uk. At BML College, we provide outstanding academic support for our students to achieve their academic credits. We have sophisticated learning management system and an online library. Our tutors are qualified and experienced to support you achieving your desired goals.
When you enroll into our courses, you will be given access to a robust learning management system where you can explore online resources, lecture materials, online libraries, and access a wealth of resources. These platforms provide valuable materials to support your studies and enhance your learning experience at BML College. Thank you for joining BML College UK for your educational journey. We are here to support you every step of the way, offering unique opportunities to push your boundaries and achieve your academic goals.
That video was about why you should get into higher education and how the UK education system works, and how you can join our courses. So that is one aspect of my business, and that uh, BML College is established in the UK as well as in Sri Lanka, and we have helped thousands of students to achieve their dream qualifications, UK qualifications. Some students study online, some students are studying on campus in Birmingham and also in Sri Lanka. We are planning a lot of UK applications and unleashing many more good higher education opportunities for students across the globe. So, if you're someone watching me for the first time, I'm Masiri Pereira from masiripereira.com, and my ambition is to inspire the world to get into higher education because I think that may shape a better world for everyone, because higher education gets you to have the sense of responsibility and also to realize your passions, and you can better integrate it into the societies. And people with higher educational qualifications are living a structured life. So that is the that is what I am dreaming of, having a better communities worldwide who are educated enough and skillful enough and knowledgeable, having understanding and the sense of responsibility is what matters the most, because sometimes we see in our societies the people without any responsibility for each other. There's no ethical guidelines, and so many acts of unfaith, things happening in society. So I think it's to for us, for all of us, to see better worlds for our children. It's very important. The higher education is very important. So I'm working with many organizations to get many educational opportunities for students worldwide, and we are offering up to 50% scholarships for students who want to start studying a qualification, UK qualification online. And I am here to support many students as possible to get into higher education, especially into the UK education system. UK education, if we talk about UK education system, is very important and very well recognized. But before that, I will tell you why you should select me as your partner um further education abroad. So, why you should consider me? It's because I am a UK certified counselor. I can get you authenticated information and trusted information to in order to make your decision perfect decision, an informed decision, an independent decision. So you can count on me. You can count on me. That so it's very important that you select trusted party for your higher education. Right. And what I can guarantee you, yes, I can guarantee you perfect, 100% perfect for process satisfaction, because we have already done thousands of applications to UK universities, and we have that expertise. So we can definitely, my team and I are experts in the field, so you can count on us. And also, we are not charging you anything for high placing you in higher educational universities in the world. We are giving you free of charge services, and our systems are accessible 24 by 7, 365 days a year. You are getting real time information about your application when you join with us. And also, we are here to support you, arranging accommodation, airport pickup, and help to find part time jobs when you arrive in the UK. We can also help with further leave to remain if you want to stay in the UK for further studies, or for job opportunities, or if you want to move elsewhere, or if you want to go back to your country, or if you want to start your own business. We can support you all the way. So that is why you should select me as your partner for progress. Next, I want to let you know why you should select UK as your higher education destination. It's because 500,000 students are selecting UK as their preferred destination for higher education, and it's a $1 billion industry. So you are getting the best in the world, the best higher education in the world. And also, why education is great in the UK? It's because UK universities are partnered with the industry experts to produce students who are work ready when they graduate. That is the most important part, I believe, in this industry, because it's not, the universities are not only giving the education and the knowledge required, but also preparing you for the future jobs. So this is the wonder of education, and that has to be the purpose of education, and that's why I am in the industry giving you information why you should select a better country for higher education. I mean, we work with UK, USA, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Europe, and Dubai. We work with some Asia universities as well if you want to start studying. But I want to insist, UK, if you want to start studying in the UK, then your partner for progress is me. So select me. I send a message, a text, a WhatsApp message to the number on the screen. I can support you all the way with your applications and make sure that you take the best education in the world, on time applications, perfect process, and we do our best visa applications as well for you entirely free. And the United Kingdom is incredibly diverse, from 900 years old cathedrals to cutting edge technological innovations. UK has something for everyone. There are over 439,000 students are sponsored to study in the UK in 2025. So you can be one of them. some other reasons why people select UK for higher education is UK is the home of English, where the English language was born. So that is why you should come to the UK, because not only you're learning the main stream of subjects, but you are on a side you improve your English language, which is very important, which is world's first language and widely used across the globe. So that is why you should send your children to study in the UK, because they are not only gaining the knowledge and understanding in the main subject areas, but also improving their skills of in English, so then they can be a better communicator in the global markets. UK is very vibrant, multicultural, and the other reason, in your spare time you can discover Europe, because it's very closer to Europe, and very less time you can go to Europe in your holidays. What are the benefits of studying in the UK? It's a lifelong investment. In an increasingly globalized economy, students should be encouraged and taught to develop the skills and qualities to succeed in a global workplace. By studying in the UK, students are making a sound investments to gain these skills, because you will be part of the industry research when you come to the UK, because there are lots of research happening in all education industry, throughout the education industry in the UK. There's a world class research, and they are changing people's lives. So your your investment is not only for the particular period of learning, but also it is considered as lifelong, because you will network with industry experts, work with the experts in the industry, the giants, such as, like, there are the lot of universities are working with industry giants on their research, on their projects, and people to get hands-on experience whilst they are learning. So that is the experience that you're getting into. So that's why UK education seems world class. And also benefits of studying in the UK, it has excellent teaching facilities, dedicated international officers, welfare support, student counselors and advisors, academic support, accommodation officers, international student societies, clubs and hobbies, and special interest societies. There are lots of things that you're getting engaged when you come to the UK as a student. So that is another benefit of start studying in the UK. And it also, definitely, it's a world class education, because the Times Higher Education World Rankings awarded the UK with two of the world's top 5 universities, the University of Oxford, the University of Cambridge. This high quality can be found right across the country, with 8 of the top 50 and 25 of the top 200 universities found here in the UK, opening doors to career dreams and aspirations. As one of the world's top 5 countries for industry university collaboration, you can also access practical work placements designed to help you get a head start in the real world. From volunteering opportunities to internships and university societies, you're guaranteed to live with a competitive edge. Yes, that is very important, and that is why you should consider UK as your higher education destination. The UK offers more English courses than anywhere else in the world. English language skills are a powerful tool for hundreds of careers, from creating business opportunities in the international markets to writing computer programs or teaching. English language is very important. So the UK is home of English, and you will definitely improve your English language when you come to UK for studies. Okay, why, if somebody asks why you should improve your English language skills, it's because English is the language of commerce, science, diplomacy, and tourism. English language skills are a powerful tools for a lot of careers, from creating businesses in international markets and your trading, and maybe you're a computer scientist or teacher. Anyone needs a English language. English is the world's first language. It is used to maintain and develop professional relationships in politics, business, and also to develop cultural skills between countries. So it's very important that you improve your English language skills. And if you come to the UK for higher education opportunities, you can improve your skills because UK is the home of English. Facts about the English language. Currently, over two-thirds of the world's scientists read in English. Three-quarters of the world's mail are written in English. 80% of the world's electronically stored information also in English. English is the most used language on the internet. And also, it is estimated that over a billion of students are now learning English. So that's why your children should start improving your English language skills, because that is what over a billion students are studying. So that is the future that you're heading to. So your education and English language learning are very important. Okay, another one why I have selected to come to the UK for higher education is because of the great inventions over the time. So British inventions were life changing. Over the years, there had been lots of thousands, tens and thousands of inventions done by the British, and also UK. So by the UK, so from the toothbrush to jet engine, there had been a lot of inventions done in the UK, and still UK universities are daily basis investing on research and development and innovation and inventions. So you can be part of the future. So every university has cutting edge world class research, so you can be part of world's leading research, and also research that are life changing. The industry changing research are happening now. Yesterday I have yesterday my live was about Harper Adams University in the UK, and they are pioneering researches in the agricultural industry. So it is really interesting and really inspiring. So from the toothbrush to jet engine, there had been a lot of inventions done in the UK, such as the tin cans, the thermos flask, the world's first ATM, the first invention of tires, invention of stainless steel, the invention of bicycle, invention of the World Wide Web was done in the UK, and the submarine, the telescopes. Isaac Newton was he discovered the telescope in 1668 in the UK. So the first submarine, the first modern fire extinguisher, the steam engine, and also the turbojet engine. So all those inventions were done in the UK. So this is a little bit of an inspiration why you should select UK as your destination for higher education because this is the history, and even the future in the UK is also focusing on research development, innovation, and inventions. Because I have visited many UK universities myself, and I know how much they invest on uh, experiments, laboratories, and world class research. The teaching and facilities are world class. So that's why I am inspiring people around the world to come to study in the UK, in UK universities, and I'm here to support you. I do not charge any money for uh, processing your application. So let me know. The number is displayed in this screen. So if you want to get more information, if you want to send your children to UK universities, please send a text, and a member of our staff will be in contact with you for the further proceedings. And we do not charge you any money to place in your children in UK universities or any universities. In fact, we are working with thousands of universities across the globe, so you can get more information. Why? Another reason why you should select UK as your a preferred destination for higher education is because the United Kingdom attracts people from all over the world with its mix of vibrant cities. The UK is comprises of four countries: England, Wales, Northern Ireland, and Scotland. So they have their own identity with dynamic modern cities to hundreds and thousands of years old cathedrals, the history. There are lots of things, and very vibrant country the UK is. Over 600,000 international students from over 200 nations in the world are living in the UK. Um, and more than 22% of any higher education institution in the UK has international students. So 22% of UK universities are majorly uh, international students, and also UK is the home for millions. So you are experiencing multicultural environments. You can find friends from all over the world as well as from your own country. So apply to study in the UK. Send your CV or send a text to the number displayed in this screen. I'm here to support. UK is not only offering you higher education, world class higher education, but also there are lots of things that you can do at your spare time: explore, integrate, network, visit, and get the inspiration. And you can also shape your future around this, because a lot of networking opportunities are there in the UK, so you can experience all that. So what you can do, more than 2000 museums and galleries to visit at your spare time. There are theaters, creative industries, music, sports, and food to enjoy. The UK is a home for, and very well renowned for its fashion, TV, film, design, and architecture. So you are experiencing world renowned industries. Creative industry in the UK is employed by 2.3 million people. So there are lots of things to experience. And also when you talk about sports, some students are very passionate about sports. So the UK is also passionate about sports and home to some of the finest professional sports competitions in the world, such as Premier League football, tennis at Wimbledon, and London Marathon. there are lots of things to explore in the UK. So your time away from studies will also be very interesting, and you can experience very well if you want to study in the UK. There are lots of inquiries coming up from Asia, Middle East, and Africa. Please keep sending messages. We can get you offer letters, and we can get guide through the pathway. So it's very important that higher education is very important. I'm here to support you all the way. So let me know if you need any more further information. I can send you these very important links for you as well. So let me know how what universities that you would like to study, or do you want us to get you the list of universities and the courses. So we give you tailor-made services. So you can send a CV to hello@rcdpereira.com, or you can contact me on the number displayed in this screen, and a member of staff will be in contact. We will make sure that you go through you get the best services from us throughout the process, and we don't even charge you money for that. And I can also send the important links if you want to start studying in the UK. I can share information, authenticated information, to get more so then you can make an independent decision. All right, so our services include all inclusive international student recruitment packages to you. We do not charge for our consultation, so you can trust us. You can get into higher education through us. Our teams are based in the UK, as well as we have a Southeast Asia office. We are here to support. We have systemized the things, so you, even without visiting us in our offices, you can do online, and we do full service online for free. So let us know if you want to start studying in the UK. I'm here to support you all the way. Right, so let's now I'm going to bring you a UK university now. So let's watch that video.
Hello everyone, and welcome to this online University of Dundee training session. It's my great pleasure to be your host. I am Matthew. I am a Senior International Officer and the Regional Lead for the Americas, for the Middle East, North Africa, and for Europe. So I cover a lot of things at Dundee, hence why I've been asked to do this training session with you. We're going to be covering lots of things. I'll give you a general introduction to the university. I will tell you about our programs, our tuition fees, our scholarships, where Dundee is, and what's so wonderful about it. Hopefully everyone can understand me. I have quite a thick Scottish accent, so hopefully I am intelligible and you can make out what I'm saying. Please do stick with us. Thank you so much for tuning into this training, and we hope you learn a lot. But we'll just get started right away. Hello everyone, we're going to be talking in this short video a little bit about why you would want to study in Scotland, and specifically what the University of Dundee is like, to give you a brief introduction of who we are and what we represent. Now, before we can talk about how great Dundee is, I just want to talk about what a wonderful study destination Scotland is. So Scotland's universities, and Dundee of course is in Scotland, as we will discuss. They have a world-renowned reputation for excellent research, for excellent graduate prospects, for flexible degree programs, and for outdoor activities and outdoor learning. So some of Scotland's universities are the very best in the world for research, particularly at the University of Dundee. We have a very important research program where we have created a longer-lasting ice cream, Your Welcome World. We also do world-renowned research into malaria, into drug discovery. We have a collaboration with CERN, the people with the Large Hadron Collider. Dundee very much at the heart of that Scottish-focused research initiative that kind of pervades Scottish higher education. A crucial thing I need to note, many international students, when they come to Scotland, they think that it's going to be very, very cold and very wet. I've never met an international student who doesn't think that. And we just want to emphasize as much as possible in these training sessions that the weather in Scotland is actually quite pleasant. It is very temperate. It is very rarely too warm or too cold. We get a little bit of snow in the winter time, but usually it's a very kind of temperate climate, somewhere right in the middle of comfortable. It's rarely too warm or too cold. And we really want to make sure that international students who are coming to study in Scotland know that about us. Now, specifically, where is Dundee in the UK? We've marked on this map in red. For those who are maybe not familiar with us yet, you can see where we are situated. So Dundee actually does have its own airport. Sadly, it is not an international airport, but there are flights a few times a week from Dundee's airport to other places in the UK. So you can fly from Dundee to London Heathrow. So if there are students who are arriving in London, they can fly from Heathrow to Dundee, which is very exciting. There's also a train which takes Dundee all the way down and connects it with London. That train runs several times a day, and it's about a 5.5 to 6 hour train ride. We're also connected with other places in Scotland. Bigger cities like Glasgow and Edinburgh are only an hour away. So for a relatively small city located on the east coast of Scotland, Dundee is actually remarkably well connected. I'm also going to emphasize this. Dundee is statistically the sunniest city in Scotland. It's a very temperate, very pleasant climate. Like I said, occasionally snow in winter, but because of where we are situated right on the Tay River Basin, it's very difficult for rain to form over the city. And so we are mathematically the sunniest place in Scotland. It's a very pleasant environment for students. There's lots of nature near the city. There are many parks and green spaces, and that absolutely gorgeous Scottish countryside is just outside of the city. Obviously, I am biased, but I think Scotland is the most beautiful country anywhere in the world, and anyone who says otherwise is a liar. But it means that students who are interested in those outdoor activities like walking, hiking, mountain biking, kayaking, camping, Dundee's a really good place to base themselves. Now, we know that the cost of living is of a lot of importance to students, particularly in recent years. Dundee, even for a Scottish city, is much cheaper than the UK average. So Scotland, in general, is a bit cheaper than England, Wales, or Northern Ireland, and Dundee is cheap even by Scottish standards. So we recommend as a university that students budget for about £800 to £900 a month for living expenses, not including their rent. And we'll put an estimate on the slide as to the kind of rough cost of living that we as a university would advise students to prepare for. As you can see, it's dramatically lower than big cities in the UK like Liverpool or Manchester or London. Now, we've done a little bit of calculating here at Dundee, and we think that rent accommodation in Dundee is approximately 15% lower than the UK average. That's quite a substantial margin. And our accommodation is very competitively priced. So if a student wants to live in the University of Dundee's halls of residence, you can see our pricing structure there. So we think roughly, depending on what accommodation the student lives in, it'll cost approximately £210 per week or £840 per month. That sum is inclusive of all the students' bills, their Wi-Fi, so their gas, their electricity. All of that is included in the cost if they come and stay in Dundee's halls of residence. For comparison, it's very cheap and easy to find private accommodation in Dundee, and we've put a little bit of a breakdown as to the average cost of a one-bedroom apartment, a two-bedroom apartment, or a three-bedroom apartment if a student wanted to live privately in Dundee. So that's just a bit it for me, I think, folks, in this slide. A brief introduction to the city, where it's located, and the cost of living in Dundee. I will see you in the next video, but if you want to just click on the next slide, there was an automated video that gives you a little bit of an introduction to our campus using an aerial drone. It's very exciting. I will see you in a video or two. Take care. Dundee so interesting and so exciting as a prospect for international students. So the first thing you should know about us is that we are a medium-sized university. We're not too big, we're not too small. We like to think that we are perfectly sized, and with about 17,500 students by UK standards, we are very much a medium-sized university. So to give you a little bit of context, the biggest university in Scotland is Edinburgh. They have about 40,000 students. And the smallest university in Scotland is either Abertay or Queen Margaret University, which only has maybe 4,000 or 5,000 students. So with 17,500, we think that we are big enough to be vibrant and international and multicultural and interesting, but not so huge that students are going to be lost amongst tens of thousands of other students. We are very proud of the fact that we are a city campus. So we are located right in the heart of the city centre of Dundee. Dundee is quite a historic city. It's existed for almost 1,000 years. There's been a settlement there on the banks of the River Tay, but it is a very small city. So there are only around 150,000 people that live in Dundee. And according to the Lonely Planet, Dundee has the highest concentration of students per head of capita of any city in the UK. That means in terms of student societies, in terms of student culture, student comedy, student events, it's really easy to get involved. And we are used to welcoming international students from all over the world. In fact, about 20% of our student population are from outside of the UK. So not only are we very small, we're very international, we're very close-knit. And because our students make up such a large demographic of the city of Dundee, it's exceptionally easy for them to integrate and make the most of living in this small, very student-friendly city. Now, the second part of being a campus university is that we are a campus. So there's a really good sense of student community. Everything is together in one place. Our halls of residence, our lecture theatres, our laboratories, our dental hospital, all of it is concentrated in a small area. It's very easy to get from one side of the campus to the other. And there's a nice sense of it being, like I said, a student village with everyone in one environment. To this end, we actually have an award-winning student union. So I believe for 5 or 6 years in a row, we are voted the best student union in Scotland. The student union is the heart of student activity on campus. It's where all of our clubs and societies are based. It's a social space. It is effectively a hub for students and the place where they can go to for support, to enjoy themselves, to socialise. And for 5 or 6 years in a row, it was voted the best of its kind in Scotland. Now, a little bit more about the city of Dundee. I've already spoken in previous videos how well connected the city is and how close we are to nature. Lots of our clubs and societies at Dundee involve walking or hiking, taking advantage of that green space. A brief note on the history of the university. So we began life as a university college of the University of St Andrews. So St Andrews is one of the oldest universities anywhere in the English-speaking world, and we're really proud of that historic connection that we have with them. But then about 50 years ago, we broke off from St Andrews. We gained our independence as a university. So we have the best of both worlds. We've attained that ancient academic lineage, that heritage, and our own modern, more innovative research methods that we've developed on our own terms over the last 50 years or so. So we have a very unique feel. We are simultaneously very old and very young at the same time by university standards. That's about all for this video, folks. I will, again, thank you very much for listening, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. In this video, we're going to give a very brief overview of our academic programs, really getting into the meat and bones of what makes us a university and the many, many degrees at undergraduate and postgraduate level that we offer. So as you can see, we have a range of academic schools covering art and design, business, dentistry, humanities, social sciences and law, health sciences, life sciences, medicine, science and engineering, and actually quite a lot more that are not captured on the slide. What you should take from this is that we offer, I believe, 250 different undergraduate degree courses and nearly 200 postgraduate programs. So even though we are a medium-sized university, we have a very broad portfolio of courses. And the students that you're engaging with, no matter what it is they want to study, we probably offer some version of it. So I will not waste any more time. I will get right on and talk in the next video about our School of Art and Design. I will see you in that next video. Take care. Hello, in this video I'm going to cover our School of Art and Design. So it's based in Duncan of Jordanstone College of Art and Design. It was previously an independent art and design college that was absorbed by the university, and now we use it as the hub of all things creative, all things artistic on campus. It's a truly remarkable place. It wins lots of accolades. One of our professors was telling me recently that our students win more prizes for their artwork than any other institution in Scotland, which is very gratifying. And once per year, we turn the entire art and design school into a large gallery space during the degree show, where students showcase their artwork. Some of the art goes for tens of thousands of pounds because people buy it directly from the degree show. The most impressive thing I've seen at the degree show was a young lady who created a horse sculpture. It was a 20-foot horse made out of solid metal. It was incredibly impressive. It's amazing what our art students can produce. And hopefully you'll be able to encourage your students to apply to Duncan of Jordanstone College of Art and Design within the university. So at undergraduate level, we have a host of subjects available. You can see them arrayed on the slide, from animation to urban planning, textiles, product design, illustration. Crucially, the unique selling point of Dundee's undergraduate degree for art and design is that in the first year of the 4-year degree program, students study all the kinds of art and design that we offer. So in their first year of 4, they study everything, they sample the kinds of art and design they would like to study, and thereafter they specialize in the kind of art and design they are most interested in. So first year they study everything, thereafter they focus on one element of art and design, which is their strongest area. Lots of our specialisms can be carried forward to postgraduate level. So as you can see, most of the undergraduate subjects have an equivalent at postgraduate taught level. Some really interesting ones, we have one of the world's only comics and graphic novel courses. We were the first university ever in the world to appoint a chair of comics and graphic novels. We're very, very distinctive in that area. We also have design for business, which is a bit more corporate orientated aspect of art and design. And we have courses in forensic and medical art, which are unique in Scotland. Very few places will allow you to study that. And it's a course which is particularly distinctive here at Dundee. That's a kind of very broad overview. We'll move on very quickly to our next slide, where I hope to see you, but take care and see you in the next video. Hello again. On this video, we're going to discuss our School of Business. So the first thing to note is that the University of Dundee has one of the oldest business schools in the UK. We are one of the first universities to recognise that business was an academic discipline and it deserved to be studied at university level. Now, most degrees at Dundee are flexible, but the business courses are doubly flexible. So they're extremely easy to navigate, where students can pick and choose modules from different kinds of business, both at undergraduate and at postgraduate level as well. So we offer, as is standard in Scotland, a variety of 4-year degrees at undergraduate level for accountancy, business management, economics with various specialisms. And we also offer shorter 3-year business degrees for students who want to just come and study for 3 years, get their degree, and then go off into the world of business. At postgraduate level, there are even more options with a variety of specialisms in marketing, management, finance, banking. But the crucial thing to note is that at both undergraduate and postgraduate level, students can basically choose modules from across the spectrum of business courses and construct their own business degree with the modules that they are most interested in studying. So extremely flexible is the unique selling point I really want to drive home for our business degrees and associated programs. Included in this, all of our business courses have the option of an internship at some point in the undergraduate and or postgraduate study. So often those are paid internships where students can make a little bit of money for their work. It's organised through our partners, Pagoda Projects, and it means that every student gets hands-on experience offered to them as part of their business degree. Again, really strong set of programs, a lot of variety, and that's a brief overview of the types of courses that we can offer within the School of Business. That's it for this video, but I hope to see you in the next one. Take care. Hello, in this video, I'm going to talk about Dundee's School of Dentistry, and it's a very easy video because it's a very easy school to talk about. We do exceptionally well for dentistry. We are one of the best universities, not just in the UK, but in the world for dentistry. So you can see some of our rankings on that slide, but the thing you do really need to know, we have a truly exceptional dental program, and it's recognized in various accolades. If you check out our website, you will see lots of awards plastered all over the website for just how good we are at dentistry. There are various reasons for that, But one of the reasons is actually demonstrated in this slide. We are pioneers of what's called phantom head technology, where our dental students, both at undergraduate and postgraduate level, have access to phantom heads. You can see that this young lady in the slide is working on one. They're effectively incredibly advanced CPR dummies. They're a facsimile or an approximation of a human head that allow our students to actually work on the best version of human teeth and a human mouth without actually letting them loose on unsuspecting members of the public before they are ready. So it's a really advanced technology that we use, these phantom heads that are used at undergraduate and at postgraduate level as well to enhance our teaching. Now, we offer quite a small suite of dental courses. So we offer oral health sciences, which is the equivalent of kind of dental nursing and dental surgery at undergraduate level. That's the course that would allow a student to ultimately qualify and work and pursue a career as a dentist. We have quite a small undergraduate dentist program. So there are about 60 spaces available each academic year. That means that it's very close knit and it's fully integrated into our dental hospital, which is on campus. So all of our dentistry courses, both undergraduate and postgraduate, are taught in our dental hospital. So because it's in the campus itself, students don't have to walk to the other side of the city. They don't have to even leave the campus. And it means that they miss out on none of the student experience while still getting an absolutely world-class education in dentistry. At top postgraduate level, these are exceptionally advanced and very niche programs: dental public health, forensic dentistry, and forensic odontology. They are very sought after and competitive, and many of our students who study in some of these programs go back to their home countries and discover they might be the only person in their country or one of a very, very small group of people who are actually qualified in this way, particularly for the forensic dentistry program. So very advanced, very niche, incredibly highly ranked. That is what you should take away about our dental school. We are exceptionally proud of it. Also, my favorite fact ever about the University of Dundee concerns the dental school. So we have a very famous graduate. I'm assuming that everyone listening to this training will have heard of Jay-Z, the rapper, the music producer, husband of Beyonce. It turns out his dentist is a graduate of the University of Dundee. And on that note, we will end this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care. Hello, in this video, I'm going to cover the School of Humanities, Social Sciences and Law. So this is the largest academic school at the University of Dundee, and as such, there are rather a lot of programs that are taught, both at undergraduate and postgraduate level. So I'm hopefully going to take you through all of them and try and do each of them justice, just to give you a whistle-stop tour of what the school has to offer. So we have undergraduate programs in the slides or in the subjects I ought to say that you can see. Crucially, we do social work, languages, education, and because of the quality of the Scottish education system, anyone who qualifies at undergraduate level from our education programme is typically able to pursue a career in education as a teacher. Anywhere else in the world, usually they're able to go on and progress. Likewise with social work. Most of these courses have a top postgraduate equivalent, and we have a specialism for teaching English as a second language. Furthermore, we offer a great variety of courses in law and energy law. So whilst we offer many, many dozens of courses within the school, we have a particular expertise in law. So our law graduates, both at undergraduate and postgraduate level, typically go on to the very top of the legal profession. We have several Queen's Counsels. We have several people who have gone on from our law programs to become judges, either in the UK or back in their home countries. And we have particular specialisms in international and energy law as well. A series of programs that we are very, very proud of and which are extremely popular for international students, particularly those who come from countries where there is a strong oil and gas industry. So most of these are one-year master's programs. So you can see specialisms in oil and gas law, petroleum taxation and finance. And like I said, if the students you're working with are from an oil-rich or a nation which has a wealth of resource in natural gas or oil, these are typically programs which are extremely attractive to them. In humanities, I'll go back a slide. In humanities, at undergraduate level, we have a very flexible program called the Master of Arts. So the way this works is that for the first 2 years of the 4-year undergraduate degree, students would study up to 3 different subjects. Very, very flexible, as we've spoken about for previous programs. So for example, a student might study English, politics, and economics for their first 2 years, and then specialize in one of those 3 chosen subjects. Or they might go on for the first 2 years and study, say, psychology, English, and That's a good example. Politics, for example. After those first 2 years of study, students typically narrow their choice down to one subject, which eventually they will graduate in after their two final years. But you can combine two subjects together as a joint honours degree. I actually have a degree in Master of Arts. It's a very, very flexible program. I would recommend it to lots of students, particularly those who are a little unsure about what specific subject area within social sciences or humanities that they want to specialise in. And like we've said for previous schools, most of these undergraduate programs translate to an equivalent at postgraduate level. Again, we have quite specific creative writing programs that follow on from our English degrees. And we even offer a conversion degree for anyone, regardless of their academic background, to pursue a master's degree in psychology. It's a special conversion degree, which we find is especially popular for those who maybe have studied an undergraduate degree in, say, history or English, but who want to convert their study and become or pursue a career in psychology. We offer a special degree that allows them to do that. There we are. A little bit more on our law school. So I've already spoken about some of the specific energy and international law programs. We also offer undergraduate degrees. The 3-year LLB in English law is most applicable to international students. So it's a 3-year law program, and it's fully qualifying for law, meaning that students who pursue that 3-year course can work and pursue a career in law in any common law jurisdiction nation. So that includes places like Canada, for example. So many Canadian students will come over, complete our 3-year LLB law degree, and then go back and practice law in Canada, for example. But there are many other nations which are in the common law jurisdiction, and that degree would allow them to qualify. There we are. So in the School of Social Sciences, you can see again, it has that flexible structure, which is common to humanities. So you could mix at undergraduate level degrees like politics and psychology with English or creative writing. And again, at top postgraduate level, we have a whole suite of psychology programs, including the conversion masters that I already mentioned. There we are. I've gone on one slide too far, folks, but you'll see that up next, we're going to talk about the School of Health Sciences. But that's it for this video. I hope to see you in the next one. Take care. Hello, in this video, I'm going to cover the School of Health Sciences, which focuses primarily on nursing degrees and nursing programs, as the name would suggest. The first thing you need to know about the School of Health Sciences is our very strong rankings. So we're in the world's top 150 degrees for nursing. So in the top 1% of institutions in the world, which is exceptionally prestigious for us. Our nursing programs are very highly regarded, both at undergraduate and postgraduate level. And we're really pleased to tell you a little bit more about them. So at undergraduate level, we offer various types of nursing. So adult nursing, child nursing, and mental health nursing. So there are certain degrees where you can not only study those different varieties, but also top up. So for example, you can do a top-up degree if you are already a qualified nurse in midwifery, or do a specialism in infection prevention and control. So not only do we allow you to qualify as a nurse, if you are working with students who are already qualified nurses in their home country and want to come to the UK to do a top-up degree in one of these specialisms, or indeed pursue some of these programs as a distance learning program, we do have that option available. Likewise, for top postgraduate programs, we have some courses that will allow you to qualify with a master's degree in nursing. Again, if you already possess an undergraduate degree in nursing and want to advance your studies or get a more prestigious degree, we have several top postgraduate courses that will allow you to do that. Similarly, if you want to specialize in a particular area of nursing as a postgraduate, there's various ways you can do that too. We also offer a master's course that is qualifying and would potentially allow someone with a relevant academic background to top up and qualify as a nurse as a postgraduate, depending what their undergraduate degree was in. All of our nursing programs are very highly supported, so they are extremely practical, with students getting placements across the National Health Service, where they would get extreme levels of patient contact, really trying to make sure that we develop clinical practice and hands-on experience. We also teach in a very supportive way. So for all of our nursing programs, each student is placed within a learning cluster where they get support from specially trained academic tutors and from their peers. And that peer group remains bonded, and that academic cluster, if you like, remains intact all the way through the academic program, making sure that people make friends easily and that everybody is adequately supported from the start of their degree to the end of their degree. Nursing can be quite a demanding course. It is quite physical. It involves quite a lot of emotional baggage as people adapt to people's illnesses and have to take on these placements. And we try and adapt our course to make sure that a maximum number of students get through that and are well supported through the process. Again, that's a very short, quick overview of our School of Health Sciences. I encourage you to look up any of these on the University of Dundee website for more information. But for now, I'm going to call this video to an end. I look forward to seeing you in yet another video in the future. Take care. Hello, in this video, I'm going to talk about Dundee's School of Life Sciences. So that focuses on things like biological and biomedical sciences. It's also the home to lots of our really prestigious world-renowned research on campus. So I might as well tell you a little bit about that to begin with. So we have research centres for drug discovery, and in particular in malaria. So due to research being done at the University of Dundee in our life sciences department, malaria within our lifetime might not be a global killer anymore. We are working in ways to combat malaria, to prevent it, to treat it. It's a really important research program. And even at undergraduate level, students can get involved in that research process in ways that I'll talk about in a minute. We have a lot of prestigious rankings for life sciences. You can see one of them up on the slide just now, but it's a department which is quite large, brings in lots of research revenue, and the quality of the degrees is generally exceptionally high. Now, to tell you a little bit about those subjects, at undergraduate level to begin with, when students come to us for undergraduate degrees in life sciences, there is a common curriculum for the first 2 years, meaning that regardless what degree specialism someone has chosen, they are all lectured and taught together. So even if someone wanted to study biological sciences or molecular genetics or neuroscience, for the first few years on the course, everyone is lectured together. That means that students don't choose their degree specialism until their 3rd and 4th years. So students have a chance to try out various different aspects of life sciences before focusing on the type of degree that they are most interested in. Lots of these are very specialist, so biological chemistry and drug discovery in particular, a really unique program. We have a 2-in-2 joint degree with the National University of Singapore, so an extremely prestigious university that we are very delighted to be partnered with, where students would spend 2 years studying in Dundee and 2 years studying in Singapore, and a whole host of other specialisms. In their final year as undergraduates, students are given a research project, and that research project takes place in some of our laboratories with work directly overseen by one of our research professors. It means, like I said, even at undergraduate level, students can get a little taste of what it is like to conduct their own research, and it sets them up extremely well for the world of work, for postgraduate study, or indeed for anything within the field of life sciences they want to do after they have graduated. We offer a variety of top postgraduate courses, but crucially, more recently, we have started blending our expertise in business with our expertise in life sciences. So people can now pursue joint degrees in biomedical molecular sciences with business or entrepreneurship. So this allows trained scientists to spin out their ideas to make it more easy to integrate into the structure of a large company, or to spin out an idea and start their own enterprise or their own business, which is extremely popular with lots of courses. In addition to this, our graduates in life sciences go on to do incredible things. Lots of them go on to work for disease control agencies, for world governments, for big pharmaceutical companies, or they pursue master's projects if they're undergraduates, or PhD projects after they have graduated from one of our master's degrees. A very large school in life sciences, lots on offer, and it's my real pleasure to tell you about it. Again, very brief summary, folks. I'm going to draw this video to a close, and hopefully I will see you in the next one. Thank you for sticking with us. If you're watching all these videos in order, I will see you very, very soon. Have a good afternoon. Hello, in this video, I'm going to be focusing on Dundee's School of Medicine. So we are a world-renowned centre for medicine. It is another course where we have extremely high rankings for. Typically, we find ourselves in the top 5 in the UK for medicine. Very often, we are at the top spot in one of the major ranking schemes. It's very easy to find our accolades, of which there are many online. So we only have one undergraduate program for medicine, which is the MBCHB. This is the degree that allows you to qualify as a doctor and then go on and pursue your studies and pursue a career as a doctor. It is exceptionally strong. So we have a very, very interesting curriculum, which is half traditionally taught and half problem-based learning. So it is both practical and theory-focused, a blend of both worlds to give students the absolute pinnacle of medical education. We are also one of the very few universities left in the world that still teach anatomy as part of our medical undergraduate degree, but we teach anatomy using a cadaver, a real human body that students will dissect in their first year, and that really reinforces their learning. It's absolutely remarkable. It gives them a much stronger clinical basis, and it's one of the many reasons our medicine course is so highly ranked. In addition to that, all of our medical courses are run out of Ninewells Teaching Hospital. It's one of the largest teaching hospitals anywhere in Europe. Real doctors, real staff, real procedures, some state-of-the-art equipment, which is fully integrated into a fully functioning hospital. It means that students who come to us either at undergraduate or postgraduate level are in a clinical environment right from day one. And Ninewells Hospital is less than 20 minutes from the campus. You can actually walk from the campus to the hospital in about 35 minutes, and many buses run from the campus down to the medical school as well, making it exceptionally easy and accessible. We have a huge host of very specialist postgraduate programs in medicine. Some of these are for doctors and clinicians who would like to do additional learning or to top up perhaps a degree that they already have. Some of them are for students who perhaps have an undergraduate degree in anatomy or health sciences, biology, or life sciences to pursue a more advanced degree. They're exceptionally well supported with laboratories and specially trained staff. I know that, for example, the motion analysis course is the only one of its kind. We have a specific data science program for precision medicine, which again, very unique and draws on data that only we possess at the University of Dundee, and therefore only we can offer that specific type of teaching. If there are students who are interested in any of these, please do engage with us further. Check out our website, get in contact if you need to, and we can tell you more about them. But fully integrated courses, teaching hospital for all of our medical programs, that is what you ultimately need to know at a glance about the School of Medicine. Again, very brief overview, folks. Thank you for your time. I'm going to call this video to a close. I will see you in the next one. Take care. Hello, in this video, I'm going to cover the University of Dundee's School of Science and Engineering. So let's just jump right in. At undergraduate level, we have a host of programs around engineering, maths, mathematical biology, physics, and we have a special degree where you can specialize in physics with astrophysics. At undergraduate level, I want to just draw attention to our new courses in computing and computing science. So we now offer very specialist degrees specializing in AI and artificial intelligence and data science as part of our computing programs. These are very, very popular. These are very lucrative areas that lots of students are looking to develop a career in. And we just want to flag them on this slide that they are very much booming at Dundee. Dundee's got a very strong history of being involved in computer science. So NCR, the company that makes the most electronic cash registers and scanning machines in the world, is based in Dundee. And many of our graduates go on and pursue work with them. Moreover, the video game Grand Theft Auto was actually created in Dundee, and we have a strong association with the computer industry through that city connection too. At postgraduate level, we have a variety of different degrees. So we have a special computing degree that allows anyone who has an undergraduate degree in any sort of science to specialize and convert to having an expertise in computing. There's a great many other degrees that are reflected mostly as top postgraduate versions of our undergraduate programs. Our forensic anthropology and human anatomy courses are world-renowned. So they were built by a person called Dame Sue Black. She is the architect of many of our forensic anthropology and anatomy programs, and her expertise is absolutely world-renowned. She was the UN Surgeon General for a while, and her learning has informed lots of the courses that you see for human identification, anatomy, forensic anthropology, etc. Both at undergraduate and postgraduate level, we've got very strong engineering programs with lots of practical workshop experience in biomedical engineering, civil engineering, and in mechanical engineering. We find that civil engineering and industrial engineering is very popular at undergraduate and postgraduate level for international students. We have unique concrete laboratories in Dundee with special centrifuges and specialist equipment that integrates practical experience with more theoretical learning for both civil and industrial engineering too. Oh, the final thing I should note is that we are the only university in Scotland where our science and engineering school have an official collaboration with CERN. So the organization that has the Large Hadron Collider in Switzerland our science and engineering department builds lasers as part of a research project with the Hadron Collider. As I understand it, as a non-scientist, we fire the lasers around the Hadron Collider to clear the path for the particles that they smash together. Very exciting. I don't fully understand how it works myself because I'm not a scientist, but just speaks to the prestige of our science and engineering programs. And on that note, that's quite exciting. I'll draw the video to a close there. Thank you as ever for your time. I will see you in the next video. Hello, in this video, I'm going to cover student life and student support at the University of Dundee. So very important aspects of life on campus that we want to emphasize. Dundee is actually renowned for the quality of its student experience. So that's perhaps the strongest aspect of what we can offer students across the board for any subjects. Students come to us and they have a good time. They have a positive impression of the city and they enjoy their studies at Dundee, which is the main thing. So back in 2020, before the pandemic, we were voted University of the Year for student experience. And now post-pandemic, the campus is fully recovered. We've got a cohort of students who are delighted to be back on campus. So student life is huge at Dundee. We have over 200 different societies. So we have a huge host of things. We have a Shrek Society. We have a Family Guy Appreciation Society. We have a Tea Drinkers Society where students come along with their favorite tea and they sit and they share tea and try and find new types of tea that they like, which I think is absolutely adorable. We have a variety of sports teams. So we have hockey, basketball, football, netball. We have some more exotic sports like fencing. We have a skydiving team, all sorts of stuff. So no matter what it is that a student is interested in pursuing, no matter how weird or wonderful or crazy their interest might be, there will be a society for them at Dundee and a group of people who can support them and make sure that they are pursuing that passion whilst they pursue their studies. Now, in terms of student support, we offer lots of ways to help students who are maybe struggling or who just need a little bit extra in order to achieve what they set out to do. So we have academic advisors who can make sure that students' academic writing or that their subject choice is absolutely optimal. We have a career service, which is open to students at any point in their life. So even after a student has graduated, they can still approach our career service to get help finding jobs, to enhancing their interview practice, to writing a CV, to all sorts of aspects of professional life that would allow them to go on and find the type of work relevant to their degree that they obtained in Dundee. Now, we hope that students never have to use any of these services, but it is nice to know that they are there. We have free advice services for international students. We have the Inquiry Centre, which is a one-stop shop for student services where anyone, no matter what degree or what background they're from, can speak to a member of staff then and there. They're open 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, and they can point that student in the right direction to make sure that the university steps in and gets them the support that they are looking for. So like I said, there's a whole host of these services available. No matter what type of support a student needs, we can usually accommodate them. Very few of our students have to avail themselves of these services, but it is nice to know that they are there. And on that note, I'll draw this video to a close. As I keep saying, hopefully I will see you in the next one. Take care, guys. Hello, in this short video, I'm going to cover accommodation at the University of Dundee. We have mentioned accommodation briefly in one of the previous videos, but I just want to update and give a little bit more information on it. I suppose it would technically be possible for a student to live in Kazakhstan and commute to Dundee, but they would have to stay up for weeks at a time and spend a lot of time on planes or trains or automobiles. So we strongly encourage that if a student was to join us from an international destination, that they would live in our halls of residence. So our accommodation, halls of residence, I'm going to use those terms interchangeably, but they mean the same thing. They are all located on campus or within a 10-minute walk of the campus. They are very secure. They are all purpose-built. So many universities will just buy buildings near the campus and convert them into student accommodation. We did not do that. All of the accommodation at the University of Dundee was built from the foundations to the roof to actually be lived in by students. It means they are much more secure, they are more fit for purpose, and they are overall just nicer places for students to live. In terms of security, the front door to every building locks. the front door to every flat or apartment locks, and the front door to every individual student's room also locks. So they're exceptionally secure. There's a free phone inside every block of accommodation that goes directly to our campus security. Almost no one has to use it. Usually students use it if they're locked out of their room, but it's nice to know that extra layer of security is there. You can see our price range at the bottom per academic year, and this will also be reflected on the website. But every flat comes with super fast Wi-Fi to allow students to study. Our biggest selling point, though, is that every single room comes with its own en-suite bathroom. So every student gets their own bathroom. They do not have to share a bathroom at any accommodation at the University of Dundee. It is absolutely brilliant. It's a really good thing for students. There is no waiting list for that service. There is no reason to sign up for it. It just comes built in as part of any accommodation package that a student would pursue with us. We can also guarantee accommodation for international students as long as they let us know far enough in advance that they want to come and live in Dundee. We can guarantee accommodation on the first year of their program if that is what they want. So competitively priced, very secure, everything that a student might need. I think I've covered everything in accommodation. We'll move on quickly to the next video, and I will see you there. Take care. Hello, in this video, I'm going to talk about entry requirements and how students can actually get in and join the University of Dundee after hopefully you've seen our previous videos telling you how great Dundee is. This is what we require from students in order for them to matriculate and come and study. So generally speaking, we use A-levels as our standard for admission. Of course, we accept qualifications from all over the world. So if the student is studying a high school qualification in Uzbekistan or Nigeria or Canada, we will likely accept that qualification or that university degree. But in order to keep this slide nice and short, we've used A-levels as the standard. So for the majority of our courses, we would look for the equivalent of A, B, B at A-level, or perhaps BBB for some courses, depending on the entry requirements. Obviously, certain courses such as physics, maths, or science programs typically require a science subject, usually mathematics, if it's an undergraduate program. At postgraduate level, we usually ask for an undergraduate degree, which is relevant to the postgraduate course the student wants to apply for. And usually we would look for a 2-2 or a 2-1 for that degree, again, depending. The majority of courses at postgraduate level, we would look for a 2-2 degree or equivalent. And there are websites online and on the university's website where you can find the equivalent of a University of Dundee 2-2 or an undergraduate degree in the UK, which would be a 2-2, what that corresponds to in the student's home country for an undergraduate degree. I hope that makes sense. We'll move on. We also have, of course, English language requirements. Our preferred English language test method is IELTS, and you can see a breakdown at the bottom of that slide for our lower standard of IELTS, our standard of IELTS, and the higher standard, depending on what type of course the student would apply for. Of course, we accept other English tests. Those are all detailed on the website, and I've listed the most prominent English tests that we accept in addition to IELTS on this slide. But of course, TOEFL, Pearson, Trinity, IELTS is our preferred, but there are various other options we will go for. The majority of our programs at Dundee require a 6.5 overall, or the equivalent. That's the IELTS requirement, but we will accept the equivalent in any of the other tests I have mentioned. Some other courses like nursing, medicine, dentistry, etc. have a slightly higher English language requirement that you can see listed again at the bottom of the slides. And some other courses still, particularly at undergraduate level, might have a lower IELTS requirement. Super. So where can you actually find our entry requirements? Obviously, in the 2 minutes that I'm recording this video, I cannot possibly cover the entry requirements for every course, for every available qualification a student might have. All of our web pages have a drop-down menu where you can choose a country in the world and a qualification that a student might have, and it will simply tell you the entry requirements. On the slide, I put an example up from Vietnam, just because that was the first country that came into my mind. But every single course will have an entry requirement section on it where you can cross-check a student's qualifications with what we are looking for. It's very, very simple, easy to use. It relies on drop-down menus, and I strongly encourage you to have a look if you've got students who are interested in applying to any of our courses. For those students who perhaps are slightly short of our entry requirements, who are close but not quite there, we can often make them an offer to study at International College Dundee. This is our partner pathway college, which is run through OIEG, So they would spend a year studying at International College Dundee, getting up either their English or their academic standards to a level where we could take them. And there's courses where they can move straight from that one-year program at International College Dundee, or ICD, into art and design, business, computer science, engineering, nursing, or others. So usually we would identify if a student applied to us and wasn't quite where we needed them to be, we could step in at that point and perhaps offer them a place at ICD, or a student who was of a lower academic standard could apply directly through the International College Dundee. So another route that students can take potentially to join us at the university. Again, I commend everyone to look at the website where we've got quite detailed information on entry requirements. But for now, I'm going to draw this video to a close, and I will see you in the next one. Hello, in this video, I'm going to quickly summarize our tuition fees and scholarships at the University of Dundee. So let's just jump right in. The baseline figure for most of our degrees at both undergraduate and postgraduate level is £21,900 per year of study. We find that that figure is pretty competitive for a university of our size and caliber and location. But you should be aware that some of our laboratory-based courses and some other programs in science and engineering, for example, or the School of Life Sciences, might be as high as £26,600 per year of study. So that figure is accurate at the time of recording for 2024-2025 entry. Some courses may have additional surcharges for resources or use of facilities, but the baseline figure is £21,900 per year. Now, as we will discuss in a moment, it is very rare that students actually pay that amount of money. We have lots of scholarships that reduce that figure, but £21,900, the base figure, which is often reduced. We'll talk about that in a second. We have a quite straightforward deposit plan here at Dundee. So we request a £5,000 tuition fee deposit. Certain sponsored students do not have to pay a deposit if they can show evidence of sponsorship. But for the majority of students matriculating with us, we ask for a £5,000 deposit before we can issue CAS. We don't think that's unusual, but we think just worth flagging up. £5,000 deposit is what we ask for before we can proceed with CAS. Here we are. For scholarships, it's important to note that lots of these are available to many people. So we have an academic excellence scholarship, which is based on a student's grades, either at undergraduate or postgraduate level. It is a £5,000 tuition fee reduction. So if a student has performed very well in their undergraduate degree and they're progressing to us to do a postgraduate program, if they have achieved the equivalent of a first in their undergraduate degree, then we would reduce their tuition fees by £5,000 per year. At undergraduate level, depending on the high school level of qualification that they are coming to the university with, again, if it's strong enough academically, we can give them a £5,000 per year tuition fee discount, which applies to every single year the student studies with us. For students who are not eligible for academic or for global excellence, academic excellence, same thing, we offer a global citizenship scholarship. So this is a short application. It's a 300-word essay where the student has to tell us why they're a good global citizen. And we absolutely encourage our agent partners to assist the student in writing that essay if required. But that is a £4,000 per year tuition fee reduction. So instead of paying £21,900, if a student was eligible for global citizenship, that would be £17,900 per year of study instead. So a vastly reduced over the kind of sticker price that is advertised on the University of Dundee's website. Unfortunately, these scholarships cannot be combined. It is one or the other, but we find that many students who apply to us are eligible for either global/academic excellence or global citizenship. So we strongly encourage you to support students in finding out more about those scholarships where applicable. That's it for this section of the video, folks. As you can see, I'll talk about the Agent Quality Framework in the next video. But for now, thank you again for your attention, and I'll see you in the next one. Hello, everyone. This will be a very short video where I talk about the Agent Quality Framework. So the University of Dundee expects any of our agent partners to comply with this document and this code of conduct as set down here by regulators in the UK. It stresses professionalism. It stresses that our agents have to be well trained, engage with the university, have integrity, be transparent, and give accurate information to any students that you are involved with or advising, as I'm sure is the case at your organization. It's worth noting as well that we stress the importance of the quality of students. We would rather that our agent partners sent us high quality students rather than lots of volumes of students who are not credible applicants. And we stress that if there is further training required beyond what you've got in these videos, please do reach out, and I'm sure that we can bring your knowledge and give you additional training. But just to note, Agent Quality Framework training is all of those available if you need it, and we stress quality over quantity when students are applying. Very short video. I will hopefully see you in the farewell. If you've stuck with us this far, thank you very much for your time. See you soon. I just draw your attention to some of the University of Dundee's final rankings and say thank you for joining us. So you can see our most prominent rankings on the slide here. It's worth noting that the University of Dundee performs particularly well in subject rankings within the United Kingdom. So whilst our world ranking is what it is, you will see that we do exceptionally well for individual subjects and for university ranking schemes within the UK. All of these rankings are available on the website if you find that you have a student who's particularly persuaded by rankings. Other than that, I hope these videos have been useful. It has been quite a process, and I hope that you've stuck with us through all of these. It only remains for me to thank you very, very much for your time. I hope you've learned something, and hopefully we can partner together and see some students arriving in Dundee very soon. Take care, have a really good day, and I'll see you in the future. Take care.
Students. So I hope that you're going to find the training useful and informative and that you get a lot out of it. So without further ado, let's get started. Hello and welcome to the University of Westminster's Agent Training. My name is Barbara Kelhar from the International Recruitment Team at the University, and I'm joined today by my colleagues Monica Pajic Mirabella, Jane Black and Richard Bolsher, and we're going to tell you all about the university, our location and campuses. We'll talk about the different courses that we offer at Westminster and tell you all about student life and the support services that we have for our students. So I hope that you're going to find the training useful and informative and that you get a lot out of it. So without further ado, let's get started. Hello again, everyone. So we'll start by looking at our location in London, and Westminster is really lucky to be located in the best student city in the world. This has been ranked by QS for several years now, and they've looked at different cities around the world and compared them when it comes to educational institutions, innovation, work opportunities for students, and London has been the top for several years now. So it's a fantastic destination, a great choice for students to be based there for their studies, and a great place to actually explore the rest of the UK and also the rest of Europe from as well. If we look at the capital, you can see here it's a very multicultural city, lots of influences from all around the world in London. And there are lots of opportunities for students when it comes to work opportunities, internships. There are lots of things for students to see and do in their free time too. So lots of culture and history to explore. So we've got many, many museums and galleries that are free to visit, lots of things that you can do cheaply in London as well. And if you look at the Time Out website, you'll find lots of examples of these and lots of festivals that are going on around the year that students can take part in and go along to, and they can do that free for many of these events. They also get lots of student discounts as well, so they can apply those to entertainment, sporting activities, and going out and getting the most out of London. It's also a very green city, so we've got lots and lots of parks and outdoor spaces. So there are lots of places where you can go and escape the hustle and bustle of the city and have some peace and tranquility as well. So we're very lucky in that respect. And so that's a little bit about our location in London then. So next you'll be finding out more about the university and our campuses.
Hello, everyone. As my colleague Barbara has already mentioned, my name is Monika. I am part of the recruitment and global team at the University of Westminster. And in today's video, I will be talking you through University of Westminster a little bit more about our institution. So University of Westminster has got 4 campuses across London and a range of impressive venues, including our very own cinema, gallery spaces, sports facilities, and more. 4 London campuses comprise all 3 colleges and 12 schools of study. At the moment, we have over 21,000 students at the University of Westminster, with 5,000 of them coming from the outside of the UK. They represent 168 countries. Due to our excellent location and practical teaching methods, we cherish close links with professional organizations in commercial, industrial, political, media, and artistic sectors. You will be very pleased to know that in 2024 Times Higher Education ranking, University of Westminster was listed in the top 250 young universities in the world. And now I would like to tell you more about each of the campuses. Hello. In this video, I will be telling you a little bit about our campuses and give you a quick introduction to each of them. As you can see on the slide, this is a simplified map of the center of London, in which you can see the exact location of our 4 campuses. 3 of them, Marylebone Campus, Cavendish Campus, and Regent Campus, are located in the very center of London, within easy walking distance from each other. Harrow Campus, based in northwest London, is just 30 minutes away from central London by tube on the so-called Metropolitan Line. Now, I would like to invite you to watch 4 short campus tours videos which show the university buildings, the facilities, and the area around them. Thank you.
Welcome to the University of Westminster, located at Regent Street between the BBC and Oxford Circus Tube Station. This building is part of our Regent campus, and it's the university's flagship building.
We first opened as the Royal Polytechnic Institution in 1838 to educate the working people of London.
Now, this is where I study history and politics. This is also where we teach criminology, English,
International relations, languages, sociology, and visual culture.
Here in the reception area, you can see nods to our history with the St. George and Dragon mosaic on the floor, the symbol of the Polytechnic.
The campus has a wide variety of learning and teaching spaces.
From classrooms and seminar rooms of all sizes to active learning spaces, which focus on group working and projects, and of course, a lecture theatre.
For our languages students, we have 2 state-of-the-art conference interpreted labs.
Our computer rooms are used for teaching sessions and are also available for you to use when classes aren't taking place.
You can also borrow a MacBook using our free self-service loan machine.
This is the old gymnasium, named for its history as a gym when we first opened. This is the only part of the original building remaining from 1838. Now this space is used by our students' union societies and sports teams.
And the balcony makes a great spot to study or hang out with friends between lectures.
From the old gym to the new one, this is the on-site gym available to students from all campuses.
Here you can use the workout equipment as well as take part in a range of classes.
We also have personal trainers if you want that additional level of support.
This is 5E Hall, one of our most historic teaching and event spaces. Dating back to 1910, the all-painted canvases around the room were created by students. The artwork illustrates the development of various artistic crafts in London in different periods.
In 1884, this was a public swimming pool.
Used up until 1970, it is now the Hideaway.
A social space that's great for catching up with friends, enjoying coffee, or doing some work.
This space also transforms into a bar where Students' Union hosts their popular karaoke night.
The Gallery Coffee Shop is open to students and staff, as well as members of the public. We host exhibitions here, showcasing the university's research, as well as the work of students and colleagues. The artwork on the wall is designed by students and can be purchased by any art collectors out there.
In addition to the number of study spaces here at Regent Street, you'll have access to the library and student centre at our nearby Cavendish campus. This is where you'll find a range of books and resources for your course, as well as additional study spaces and a library help desk. The Student Centre team are here to provide guidance on a diverse range of services to support your well-being and help you succeed. As a Westminster student, you can use any of the library and study facilities on any campus, so you can take advantage of our various locations if you're in a different area.
We have prayer and contemplation rooms at all our campus sites available for students and staff of all faiths to use.
We also have our own cinema, which is where the first moving picture in Britain was screened in 1896.
And Westminster students get discounted tickets. As well as our teaching, study and social spaces, you'll also find a number of academic offices right here on campus.
And you have the whole of central London to explore, so come and see for yourself. We are Westminster, and you can be too.
Welcome to the University of Westminster's Cavendish campus.
This campus is within walking distance of Oxford Street, Tottenham Court Road and other stations.
This is where we teach psychology, computer science and engineering, data science and informatics, biological and biomedical sciences, nutrition and public health.
Here next to our reception is our social space.
It's great for catching up with friends, enjoying coffee or doing some work.
On this floor, you will also find our Student Union shop.
It's the place to go for all of your University of Westminster branded merchandise.
This here is our on-campus cafe.
And has won many awards for its sustainability.
The cafe offers a range of food and drinks throughout the day. We serve coffee at discounted prices so you can save a bit of money.
And downstairs, we also have another social space for students, the Hive.
Our basement social space is great for hanging out between lectures or having a break.
In library, you will find a wide range of books and resources for your course.
As well as additional study spaces in the library help desk, where a member of the team can help with any questions you may have about using the library facilities. As a Westminster student, you can use any of the library and study facilities on any campus.
The campus has a wide variety of teaching and learning spaces, from classrooms and seminar rooms of all sizes
To active learning spaces, which focus on group working on projects and, of course, lecture theatres.
Students have access to over 30 state-of-the-art computer labs, equipped with various operating systems and software to cater your every computing need.
This is the innovation space. This versatile area hosts state-of-the-art computers and displays, offering an environment that seamlessly transforms from a programming lab to a collaborative workspace. Here, you'll find writing walls to brainstorm and plan, an exhibition area to showcase your work, and a flexible meeting space for collaboration. It's also a welcoming social area.
Every campus also has prayer and contemplation rooms available for students and staff of all faiths to use.
Here we have our Employability Hub. You can come here for appointments with our career consultants, who can assist you with advice on CVs and application forms, interviews, and other career concerns.
This is where psychology at Westminster is based.
We have a range of psychology research cubicles, which can be booked to complete your own research and studies.
Our more specialist labs and spaces include
Our sound attenuated eye tracker laboratory. There's also a qualitative laboratory, complete with AV system and two-way mirror for observation studies. Our psychobiology and psychophysiology labs include a transcranial magnetic stimulation lab and EEG lab, psychophysiology lab, salivary assay research lab, and psychology workshop, housing a wide range of hardware and equipment. Alongside our dedicated psychology facilities, you'll also share our wet labs with life sciences students for practical teaching sessions like brain dissections.
Welcome to our life science labs, whether you are studying biomedical or biological sciences, biochemistry or pharmacology, nutrition or public health. You'll have access to a range of specialist facilities. This is one of our state-of-the-art laboratories where you have the opportunity to develop the practical skills to carry out experiments as a developing scientist.
As well as teaching laboratories, we have our special spaces for authentic learning.
These contain cutting-edge equipment such as third-generation DNA sequencing, high-throughput clinical analyzers and cell culture facilities. To support physiology and anatomy learning, we have patient simulators, BodPod and Galileo, which measure body composition, and 3D virtual anatomy and physiology dissection facilities. Students also have access to a dedicated physiology lab.
Welcome to the School of Computer Science and Engineering. This school is home to our XR Lab facility, a space where innovation and creativity comes to life. Inside the lab, you'll find a wide range of state-of-the-art VR and AR devices. Students use these cutting-edge facilities to create their projects.
Gaming students, our lab boasts powerful game engines and industry-standard software. We provide you with the tools you need to thrive in world of console gaming and ensure that you are at the forefront of the gaming industry. You can deploy your projects on industry-standard platforms. Plus, you can develop and launch mobile games for both Android and iOS.
Our computer labs provide various programming software, all freely available to our students.
But that's not all. We have specialized labs for forensics, cybersecurity, and networks. Our computer labs are your gateway to endless possibilities.
This is our newly refurbished electronics lab, a crucial space for our computer science and engineering students. The main purpose of this lab is to provide students with hands-on experience in building and testing prototype electronic circuits and systems. We've got all the tools students need to turn their ideas into reality. And that was just a glimpse of what our university has to offer.
Why don't you come along and see it for yourselves?
We are Westminster, and you could be too.
Welcome to the University of Westminster's Marylebone campus. Located opposite Baker Street Tube Station, this campus is within walking distance of Regent's Park and Marylebone High Street.
This is where we teach architecture, interiors and urban design, accounting and finance, business and management, construction, surveying and real estate, economics, marketing, tourism and events management, and transport and logistics.
Here next to our reception is our social space, which is great for catching up with friends, enjoying a coffee and doing some work.
On this floor, we also have the learning platform, another multi-purpose space that's used for hanging out between lectures, doing group work, or having some lunch. This space is used for careers fairs, students' union activities, and a wide range of other events.
Our on-campus cafe offers a range of hot food, snacks, sandwiches, and drinks throughout the day with plenty of student deals available.
The Hangout is an activity, gaming, and social space where students can socialize, interact, and work together.
The campus has a wide variety of learning and teaching spaces, from classrooms and seminar rooms of all sizes to active learning spaces, which focus on group working and projects. And of course, lecture theatre. All learning and teaching spaces are accessible via stairs and lifts.
The campus has plenty of computer rooms for teaching sessions, which are also available for you to use when classes are not taking place.
The library is split over multiple floors and is a place where you will find books and resources for your course, as well as additional study spaces for independent or group work. The students and their team are also there to answer any questions you have and to provide you guidance on a diverse range of services to support your learning and your well-being.
As a Westminster student, you can use any of the library and study facilities on any campus, so you can take advantage of our various locations if you're in a different area.
Our campus also offers a selection of lockers available for our students to use.
And Beaker P3 is a contemporary event space that presents a public programme of exhibitions, education projects and talks. In recent years, this space has been used by London Fashion Week and National Student Pride.
Our Students' Union office is the place where you can find out about our clubs and societies.
In line with our sustainability goals, we have the Cure Bike storage facilities for students who cycle.
Step through into our exciting new development at 29 Marylebone Road. This inclusive and sustainable space will enable students and industry to connect and co-create like never before. This multi-million-pound refurbished 9-storey building is set to open in late 2025.
Welcome to the heart of architecture, interiors, and urban design. Our 100-meter-long gallery daylit studios are located on the upper levels of our Marylebone campus. Here, students are nurtured in small studio groups, mirroring the collaborative work environments found in industry. Equipped with the latest graphics and CAD software, our dedicated computing facilities ensure that every student has the tools they need to bring their ideas to life.
Welcome to our Fabrication Lab, an award-winning space for designing and creating. The lab is an innovative center for teaching and learning, as well as technology research. This is where students bring their ideas to life and prepare for the existing and emerging technology challenges of the 21st century. The Fabrication Lab includes purpose-built studios, labs, prototyping workshops, project spaces, a specialist prints bureau, and a sustainable material center.
Business school students, welcome to one of our state-of-the-art Bloomberg-powered financial market suites. This is where you can experience technology and data widely adopted in the leading global investment banks in the major financial centers of the world.
Welcome to our Digital Marketing Lab, Switch 23, a collaborative space where students can develop and present their ideas for campaigns, websites, and apps using the same Adobe Creative Cloud software used in top agencies. The Westminster Boardroom combines the highest standards of design in a professional setting, providing a great space for students to develop their boardroom skills.
And that was just a glimpse of what we have to offer at our Marylebone campus. So why don't you come check it out for yourself? We are Westminster, and you can be too.
Hello, my name's Jane and I also work in the international team along with Barbara and Monica at the university. So nice to meet you all. And I'm just going to talk to you very briefly and give you an overview of some of our rankings and recognitions. So the University of Westminster obviously covers a wide range of subject areas, and this is just a sample of some of the recent rankings that have come out. It really showcases our excellence across areas of creative industries. You can see the fashion, film and fine art, and then also areas across architecture and land property management. You've got successes, not just subject. We've already talked about our overall rankings in terms of diversity and our fantastic achievements in internationalization. You can also look at the REF rankings, the last REF rankings of 2021, and see the successes in international relations across our business school. The Westminster Business School is a leading professional centre in London, and we're very proud to have been ranked silver in the most recent TEF as well. And now you're going to be finding out a little bit more about all the individual colleges and these subject areas.
Welcome back, everyone. In this video, I will be talking you through School of Architecture and Cities. The school covers the study programs in the following areas: architecture and interiors, construction and urban planning, tourism and events, transport and logistics. There are professional accreditations attached to many of those courses, including the Royal Institute of British Architects, RIBA, the Architects Registration Board, ARB, or the Chartered Institute of Logistics and Transport, CILT. Construction site and field trips are included in the study curriculum of most of the programs, as well as possibility for all the students to participate in annual property and construction careers fairs. We have excellent facilities. Digital printing workshop with laser cutter and 3D printers, fabrication laboratory with robotic model making equipment, and all students have full access to our workshops with wood and metal working. The courses portfolio is constantly expanding. Recently, a BA Urban Planning and Design course has been added to that portfolio. And you will be very happy to find out that BA Architecture and Environmental Design course has got RIBA Part 1 accreditation. In the next video, my colleague Barbara will be telling you more about Art, Media and Communication School. Thank you.
Hi, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about our arts, media and communication courses at Westminster. So these are areas where we're very strong at the university, and you can see there we cover all of the creative areas from art and design through fashion, film, journalism, music, photography, public relations and television. And you saw in our video as well the fantastic equipment and industry standard studios that students have. And they're working with people that have got years and years of experience in these creative industries. So it's a great campus to be based for all of these courses. We have lots of different workshops and events that are led by industry leaders, lots of guest speakers coming to speak to our students as well. And we've had lots of student success and alumni success in these areas too. So in recent years, we've had BAFTA and Oscar winners from our alumni. Students have won press awards as well. They've won awards from the Royal Television Society. We've had a new Journalist of the Year winner as well. Students and alumni winning awards from the British Fashion Council. We've had a Turner Prize winner as well from our art and design alumni. And I've also included the work of illustrator Jim Kay, who studied BA illustration, and he's gone on to illustrate the full series of Harry Potter books. You've got photos there of our BA Fashion Design students graduating collections, and they've been showing those at London Fashion Week in recent years. So that's a fantastic opportunity, and we've had lots of very high profile exposure for our fashion courses. We've got some great new programs starting in these areas too. So we've got new master's courses in art and emerging technologies. There's expanded photography also, as we have a lot of history when it comes to film and photography at Westminster. We were the first, the cinema on Regent Street, it was the first place for moving pictures to be shown in the country. And we also launched the first photography degree program in the country as well. We've also got a new master's program in global contemporary art and bachelor's courses. And we have new programs starting in BA fashion photography and also games art. So now we'll be finding out more about life sciences, computer science and engineering, and some of our social sciences programs.
Hello again. So I'm just going to tell you very briefly about our subjects and Cavendish site where we teach life sciences, social sciences, computer science and engineering. So we've got a wide range of programs here. You've got a list there of the biological and biomedical sciences, computer science and engineering, data science and informatics, which leads over into sort of business data as well, games computing, different areas within nutrition and psychology. So it's a really exciting college and site. So this is all these programs are taught at our Cavendish site. So you'll have seen the Cavendish video, hopefully, and that gives you a really good taste of the facilities and what the campus is like. We've spent a lot of money renovating this site, and we've got some fantastic equipment and facilities for our students. So whether or not that's the biosciences, biology labs, that the students will have access to, sort of, whether or not it's fermentation, bioinformatics, the new extended reality, the XR lab in computing. We've got more than, I think, 30 computing labs available for the students. We really focus on collaboration with industry, on practical skills. Again, as with some of our other programs, we have quite a lot of professional accreditations. So you can see on the slide there the links to the National Cybersecurity Centre. Our new cybersecurity undergraduate programme is just pending and will be accredited. And the computer science of various areas, you can see course details obviously on our web pages, but have the British Computer Society accreditations, also the Chartered IT Professional accreditations. Then if we look across to things like nutrition, a lot of the programs have the Association of Nutrition accreditation. Within nutrition, again, hopefully you'll have looked at the video and you can see the facilities that they have there, the labs, the sports equipment for measuring, and find out more about those. But we do a lot in terms of industry links and contacts. We've just hosted a big nutrition global forum at the university. So there's lots going on, and there are lots of opportunities for students to really learn and build, this is really very much ever-changing areas, and learn and develop new skills, work in areas that will lead into professions in the future. Lots of new programs to mention, really. The computer games development program that runs here, the games development has been running for a couple of years. That's constantly evolving. Lots of exciting events going on. It mentions the Global Games Jam, lots of hackathons and challenges. And then you've got always this focus on live projects, on applied coursework, and links in again to very important industry areas such as the bio trust for students looking into biosciences and biomedical. So lots of different opportunities, very exciting areas, and hopefully you'll want to find out more and students will be interested to come. And now I'm going to hand over for you to find out more about our liberal arts and sciences programs.
Now we'll take a look at our liberal arts and social sciences programmes at Westminster. So these are taught at our Regent campus in central London. The law school is just around the corner. And in these areas, we cover a wide range of subjects. So you can see there criminology and sociology. I've included a picture of our criminology students there. So they were involved in a project with the prison service, looking at education within prisons. So there are lots of these practical field trips and projects that students get involved in so they can actually see their subject area in the real world. When it comes to international relations, we have internship opportunities with the UN International Organization for Migration. Students visit UN places such as Geneva, the United Nations headquarters in New York they've also visited. There are lots of field trips incorporated into those programs too. We have a great society at Westminster, which is the Democratic Education Network. They organise an annual international conference. They have lots of guest speakers coming in to speak about these different areas as well. And in international relations, we also have a partnership with Hanoi University and Kasetsart University in Bangkok. And students have been going to those places to actually study one of their modules over in those partner universities. In the law school, students can be mentored by practicing solicitors and barristers to get more of an insight into careers in legal fields. We've had students win awards from the British Legal Awards as well. And we also have a legal advice clinic at Westminster, so students can actually volunteer to do some work with real life clients under supervision there. We hold an annual career fair for law as well. There's a social justice law fair. We have a very active law society at the university, so students can get involved in that as well. And so there are lots of different opportunities for students to get more of an insight into the type of careers they'll be going into after graduation. We've got some new courses starting in these areas as well. So in English and creative writing, we've got a new program focusing on creative and professional writing, a new bachelor's program looking at global challenges, and then master's programs in global development. Law and technology is a new LLM program at the university, and we've got a new undergraduate law program in law and criminal justice. And we've been teaching MA TESOL, teaching English to speakers of other languages, for many years at Westminster, but we're now launching the course also as an online program as well, giving people more opportunities to study remotely. So that tells you all about liberal arts and social sciences, lots of information on our web pages and news section of the website, telling you all about the different activities students get involved in these areas. And now my colleague Richard will tell you all about Westminster Business School.
Oh, hello there. I'm here to introduce our business school, so Westminster Business School. So we're located at our Marylebone campus, so in central London, right by Baker Street Tube Station. And with over 300 staff and 6,000 students, we're actually one of the largest business schools, not only in London, but also in the UK. We cover a wide range of of areas of business, but what underpins the majority of programs is that kind of access to kind of professional life in London. So there's lots of opportunities across all the programs for kind of working with industry and kind of practical work experience, be it a work placement or even just kind of a competition or kind of working with on a real life brief for a company. The business school, it houses our School of Accounting and Finance, and that obviously houses programs in accountancy and finance, but also great new programs in fintech and data analytics, both at bachelor's and master's degree level. So that's really harnessing kind of the facilities of our Bloomberg Financial Markets Trading Suite and allowing students to kind of really get on the cutting edge of what's happening in the world of accounting and finance in the City of London. We also have our business and management programs. So we have a very popular business and management degree. So our business management degree is probably the most popular degree at the university, but also specialisms in entrepreneurship, international business, some great new programs in sustainable business and contemporary retail. So a real kind of wide variety of programs underneath that business and management umbrella. Our School of Economics houses our BA programs in economics, but also in financial economics, and also a master's program in economic policy and analysis. We have our human resource management programs as well, and the marketing programs. We have many programs in marketing. A really fantastic new program, which is our marketing communications with AI integration, which shows that we're really trying to kind of be on the cutting edge here of using the facilities that students have in industry. So what people are using in industry within our teaching and keeping on the cutting edge of what's happening within industry. All of our students have got access to some fantastic facilities on our Marylebone campus. There really is kind of endless opportunities for field trips, kind of pitching competitions, kind of trying to get out there and into the workplace and network with employers as well. Majority of the programs hold accreditation as well. So we have accreditation from lots of different industry bodies, people like the Chartered Institute of Marketing, the Chartered Management Institute, ACCA for our accountancy programs, and we're a CIPD accredited centre as well. So what that gives students is the kind of knowledge that not only when they graduate do they get a degree from Westminster, but they have that professional recognition so that when they go into the workforce, they know that employers can be confident of the skills they have, ready to embark on their careers. We're one of the first business schools in the UK to embed virtual reality sessions into the curriculum. And we have lots of visiting professors and alumni coming back to talk to our students. And also our location in central London really allows us to kind of tap into the kind of industry in London, where we have lots of kind of visiting kind of professors doing talks and running competitions or setting students kind of tasks to work in real life industry as well. So it really is a fantastic and vibrant place to study. I can mention many new courses, so we're constantly updating our portfolio of courses. Some of the new programs which we have launched recently are a contemporary retail bachelor's degree, bachelor's degree in sustainable business management. We have a new program in marketing and data analytics at bachelor's and master's degree level. That goes alongside also that marketing communications and AI integration program I mentioned earlier, and a new top-up program, which is a third-year top-up program in global trade and business. So that's ideal for those students who may be coming from a background where they've got what we would call a level 5 qualification already, so maybe a HND, and they want a 1-year top-up to bachelor's degree level. So that's a brief introduction to our business school. Next, I'll be talking a little bit about our partnerships with pathway providers. Hi, I'm just going to tell you a little bit now about our relationship with our pathway providers. So our kind of most kind of developed relationship is with Kaplan. So we work very closely with Kaplan, and actually they run programs in their college in London where students will study Kaplan International College London and then have kind of guaranteed progression should they meet their requirements to our bachelor's and master's degrees here at Westminster. It's a really successful partnership, and we have over 300 students each year progressing from Kaplan to different programs at the University of Westminster. So if you do have students who maybe don't quite meet either the English language or the academic criteria to come directly into either a bachelor's or master's program at Westminster, then we would probably say that Kaplan International College London is a place we should direct them to first to gain that experience and do maybe a foundation program, international year 1 or pre-master's program to then gain access to the university. We run lots of programs with Kaplan, and if I'm honest, for bachelor's degree level, pretty much every bachelor's degree, bar 1 or 2, I think there's 2 bachelor's degrees, students can't access through their foundation certificate at Kaplan. The fantastic thing about students doing a program like a foundation certificate with Kaplan is that whilst they're a student at Kaplan International College London, they do get a Westminster ID card so they can access the facilities at the university, and they're invited up to the university for talks and different events during the year. And our foundation certificate art and design students who are doing portfolio-based art programs or perhaps architecture foundation with Kaplan, they will actually have 1 lesson a week on the university campus up in Harrow, and they get inductions into all of the facilities at Harrow so they can use all the photography studios and 3D making studios. So they really have got a fantastic opportunity there to get to know the campus as well before they then begin their bachelor's degree. New programs we've been running with Kaplan are international year 1 programs. So these are really good for those students who perhaps are they don't quite need a foundation, but they're maybe just a little bit shy of getting direct access to a bachelor's degree program at Westminster. And so we do an international year 1 programs in business and in computer science with Kaplan International College London, where students will study 1 year with Kaplan, and then they come into year 2 of programs at Westminster. The international year 1 in business program, that actually leads on to all of our business management related degrees. So everything from business management through to business management marketing, business management entrepreneurship, and even programs like finance and management, accounting and management, and our economics and management programs. The International Year 1 in Computer Science, that allows students to access the second year of our computer science bachelor's degree and also our software engineering bachelor's degree. So again, it's a great opportunity for those students who maybe need that little bit of extra support during their first year to then progress into the second year of university, because at Kaplan they're in a more of a school environment, I would say. So smaller classes, more pastoral support in a certain way, more of a school type feel. So you get a little bit of a boost coming into year 2, but it also saves them a year by not doing a foundation. So it saves not only a year of their time, but also a year of cost, which is obviously a big factor for many students. We've run pre-masters programs with Kaplan International College London as well. We do pre-masters programs in business, law and social sciences and science and engineering. We've actually also recently started allowing students to join our really fantastic media masters programs from the pre-masters programs at Kaplan. So they can get into lots of different master's degree programs, pretty much all of our business school programs, many law programs and social sciences programs, and also now our media master's degree programs. So we have a very close relationship with Kaplan. And of course, if you work with Kaplan, they'll be able to discuss with you kind of the opportunities for students as well. In addition to Kaplan, we do work with other pathway providers. So if you are perhaps if you're not working with Kaplan, or if you're working with a different pathway provider, then do please mention to them that you'd like to work with for the students to come to Westminster, because we work with many different providers as well. Thank you.
Hello everybody, I'm going to talk to you about our tuition fees and deposits and also scholarships at Westminster. So here on the screen you have our tuition fees, and firstly for UCAS applications for undergraduate programs, the tuition fee for these courses is the same for all programs, and that's £17,000 per year. For our postgraduate fees, these vary between £15,500 and £22,500, and you can just check the individual course pages to find the tuition fee for the master's programme that you're looking at. The payment schedule works firstly with the tuition deposit, so that's £5,500, and that needs to be paid once the student's offer is unconditional, so they've met the other conditions of their offer and they're ready to proceed and go ahead and apply for a student visa to come to Westminster. So firstly it's the £5,500 deposit, and then at enrolment students need to bring that payment up to 50% of the tuition fee, and then the remaining 50% can be paid in 2 further instalments. So for students starting in September, the 2 further instalments will be in December and January. And for January start courses, the further 2 instalments will be due in March and April. And there at the bottom, you've got links to our web pages for more information about fees and also paying the international deposit and the CAS application process. So that's our deposits and fees. Next, we have our scholarships. So when it comes to scholarships at Westminster, there are a variety of different awards available to students. You have the scholarships webpage there on your screen, so you can find all of the details there. But just to run through them, firstly, we have our Postgraduate International Excellence Awards. These are worth £3,000. And we are now introducing International Excellence Awards for undergraduate programs as well. And these are worth £2,500 from the first year of tuition fees. We also have a range of agent scholarships, and your contacting the international team will be in touch with you with details about these scholarships. And another new addition is our International Sports Excellence Award. And you'll be able to find out all of the details about these programs and how to apply on our scholarships webpage. We also have progression scholarships for students joining us from Kaplan International College London. And then each year we welcome a good number of Chevening scholars to the university as well. And you can find details about Chevening scholarships at Westminster on the webpage you have on your screen. And lastly, we also have automatic alumni discounts available to students. So for students who have completed a bachelor's degree with us and are progressing onto a master's or for PhD, then there are automatic alumni discounts available to these students. Thank you. Hello again, everyone. I'm going to talk to you now about our English language and academic requirements for our programmes. Starting with English language then, you can see that we have included details here of IELTS requirements because it's the most common qualification that students use. But on the web page at the bottom of the screen, you've got a link to information about all of the different English language qualifications that we accept at Westminster, and there are many of them. So firstly, for undergraduate programmes, standard entry is IELTS 6.0 with 5.5 in all components. And then we have some courses that have got a higher IELTS requirement. So there are some programmes that ask for 6.5 with 6.0 in each component. And you can find details of this on the individual course pages under entry requirements. But generally, it's IELTS 6.0 for undergraduate courses. And then for postgraduate, standard entry is IELTS 6.5 with 6.0 in each component. And again, there are a small number of exceptions, so psychology master's programs, for example. And if a course has got different entry requirements, you'll have these details on the course information page under requirements, so you can just check there. So for English language, we also offer pre-sessional English courses at Westminster. So we've got a summer on-campus offering at our Marylebone campus. So this is 6 or 10 weeks of English language leading to the September intake. And then we also have a summer online PSE program, which is 10 or 13 weeks leading to the September intake again. And then in the autumn, we have some courses leading to our January intake for selected postgraduate courses. And this is 6 and 10 weeks of pre-sessional English online. You've got a link there at the bottom of your page that takes you to all of the detail about the courses, the fees for pre-sessional English, and the English language requirements for the different courses. Then moving on to our general entry requirements. Here you've got details about undergraduate requirements for the main qualifications of A-levels, International Baccalaureate, and foundation programs. So requirements range from CCC to ABB for A-level qualifications, and there you've got the UCAS tariff points as well. So you can use the UCAS tariff calculator on the UCAS website to calculate tariff points for all different qualifications. You've got the International Baccalaureate there as well, and again it's given in terms of UCAS tariff points as well, so check the UCAS calculator there. And also international foundation programs, we generally ask for 60 to 65% there. Some courses require a portfolio, so lots of our art and design programs, creative areas such as fashion and photography and film, they all require portfolios. And on our course information pages, we've got lots of guidelines to help students when it comes to preparing their portfolios. You've got a link there to our country pages, and that's where we've got details about undergraduate and postgraduate entry requirements for each specific country. So you've got all the information you need there, and also a link to information about research degrees at Westminster as well, and the application processes for those. And lastly, just to remind you that we have a January intake for many postgraduate courses as well. So there are around 45 postgraduate programs that have a January start, as well as the main September intake that we have for all of our courses.
Hi everyone. So in this slide, I would like to briefly talk to you about deadlines for the application process and enrollment for your students. As you are probably perfectly aware that you should encourage your students to apply as early as possible to meet application and enrollment deadlines. The process sometimes can take longer than expected, plus for given nationalities, University of Westminster introduce additional procedures like a qualification verification process, and the visa application may take substantial time. So just to avoid any disappointment from your students, please apply as early as possible. I would like to mention that pre-sessional students and Kaplan Pathway students can still submit the results a little bit later after the deadline for meeting the conditions of the offer. Students who apply for the advanced entry must do so in the main UCAS cycle. We also cannot accept students who have previously failed year 1 or year 2 at another UK university. If you would like to know the details or the exact dates for application and enrollment deadlines, please visit the links below, the links on this slide for undergraduate and postgraduate level of study. I would like to provide you with some extra information, especially prepared for you as our partners and educational agents. Please be aware that we have a dedicated web page at the University of Westminster with consolidated information for our partners. You will find click links to all the information you need to know about studying at Westminster, about our new courses, student life, financial matters, application procedures, agent policy, and code of conduct. The website link is provided on this slide. It's www.westminster.ac.uk/forward/international/for-Westminsters-agents. Please be aware of the existence of a document called the National Code of Ethical Practice for UK Education Agents, which is abbreviated sometimes to the National Code. This document is very important as it sets out the standards and best practices for the educational agents representing UK education. Although this is not a legal document in itself, we expect our partners to get familiar with its content. Again, the link to the document you will find on the web page. Agents and counselors are also expected to do the training with the British Council, which provides you with an in-depth knowledge and awareness of the UK as a study destination. It will definitely help you to support UK-bound students more effectively. It is worth mentioning that when you complete the British Council training and confirm your understanding of the National Code of Ethical Practice, you will receive an online certificate and digital badge from the British Council. So your details will be added to the database of certified counselors, and this is normally used by students, parents, and other educational institutions. Thank you.
Hi again. So we've talked quite a lot about the university and the programmes and courses, but now I'm going to talk a bit more about student life and what it's really like to be studying with us at Westminster. So there's a range of support in place for our students, and particularly maybe we haven't mentioned so much the fact that we have programmes on different campuses and sites. It's really good to direct your potential students to have a look at the site they're going to study at, look at that campus. And our central student advice teams that we have go to each of the sites, have appointments, have visits, as online support as well. So wherever you're going to be studying with us, you will have access to all of this. So our student advice team is there to support students. Obviously, potentially initially for your applicants, they might engage in terms of getting some visa support and advice when they're arranging and planning to come. But when they become students with us as well, if they need anything non-academic, so any kind of pastoral support, whether it's worries about finances, counselling support, mental health support, or the more practical, queries, they can use our student advice team. They can also, as well as making sort of in-person appointments, they can use our student centre. There's a student hub. They can go to our library sites on each of our campuses. They can also access all of this support online. So there's everything there. The welcome, and when you arrive, there's international welcome, information about opening bank accounts, all the general questions that your students will probably be asking you just before they come to us and at those stages of pre-departure. But we will go through everything with them as well. We have a great scheme of student ambassadors in place that and friends of arriving students. So when they're first getting to grips with London and the university, there'll be some friendly faces to help and support them. And then on their course, and as they go through the academic side, they'll have obviously all their course leader and their course tutors, but they are also allocated a personal tutor that they can go to for academic queries and advice. And then there's external support both within the departments, the colleges, and across the university. So things like in-sessional English can be available, academic writing centre can be used, and that's so not just about your level of English, it's about adjusting to maybe how to write a proposal or project for a UK institution. So it's all there for them. There's a lot of information about it on our web pages, but I think probably there's almost too much information, so we've got some guidance that I'll share in just a second. But then to go on to the other side, the social side, you can see the link to the University of Westminster Student Union. That is all the sports and societies. Remember, especially in the UK, societies are generally, that's about making friends, having fun, trying something new. You don't have to be, an expert. It's not so serious. But we do have as well a lot of sports teams. You can see a picture there of the Dragons, the Westminster Dragons. We've got a range of teams. I think that's our women's basketball team in the photo. I may be wrong. And we've got some really very good sports teams at the university. Actually, if you've got any really sporty students, then it's worth showing and demonstrating our new sports hall at Harrow. We've already mentioned the gym we've got at Regent Street, the gym at Harrow. And you've got a picture. We do also have a sports ground near the Thames at Chiswick, which is used a lot for a range of sports. We have a rowing club as well. So even though we're a central urban university, there's lots of access to the sports. All the gym and the facilities and the classes are all free for students. That's a great benefit when you're in London. The picture on the top, I think, is probably referring to some of the events we have going on campus. So we do these Westminster festivals throughout the year, and we really celebrate the diversity and the international environment of Westminster by looking at different events through the year. But we also have, particularly because of our we've already mentioned like cinema that's there and open, but because of our music students, we have music gigs and events going on within the university, and that could be a photo of one of those. I haven't mentioned, also might come up and you may get queries about our disability learning support. So we do have that in place. There's information and guidance on the website. We've got dedicated advisors and support on each of the campuses. So if your students are worried and they want to talk about some additional support, some accommodation, maybe for assessments, then they can make an appointment and have a chat with one of our advisors. It's all confidential, and they're welcome to get in touch at pre-arrival as well if they'd like to have a chat with somebody. If students want to get a bit more feel for what the university is like, then they can listen in to our Smoke Radio, and there are lots of different options for them to find out about the university. So you might want to direct them to look at our international student blog, which has got students both undergrad, postgraduate level, across different subject areas, talking about life and different experiences they're having in London, and that's real student experience. So it's not managed by, it's not us giving that feedback. You can also chat with students. We do lots of webinars. We do things called Westminster Unfiltered, which throughout the year, there'll be events and sessions that will come up and be advertised on our website. If students want to ask direct questions to a student, they can do that through the chat with the students. And then we've got a range of other support and vlogs, loads of information and films on our YouTube channels. So I would definitely recommend that they just have a look and that they look for their campus where they're going to be studying for a range of input and just free information about what it's really like with us. So thank you very much.
I'm sure that you and your students are always thinking about careers and what happens after university. So here I'll tell you a little bit about the Careers Employability Service at Westminster and all of the help and advice and support we give to students when it comes to developing their careers and looking ahead to what happens after graduation. So our team of careers advisors and staff organise lots of different events throughout the year. They're a fantastic group of people you can see there in the top right-hand corner of your screen. And they organise lots of different events such as careers fairs throughout the years, different employment fairs. Some of them are subject specific. For example, it could be a specific law fair or it could be something specific for property and construction. So we have employers coming onto campus to meet with students and discuss career opportunities with them. They also organise lots of different sessions and mock interview sessions, different workshops about making applications. We've got an award-winning mentoring scheme at the university as well. So that's been running for several years now. It's been very successful. And students can be mentored by someone who's already established in their career in a particular field they want to go into. Lots of the people mentoring our students are former students themselves, so our alumni are very much involved in this too. So that's a fantastic opportunity for them to give back and actually pass on their advice and experience to our current students. We also run a volunteering scheme, so there's a volunteering careers fair which we hold at the university as well. Students can get involved in that. And it's a great way for them to actually learn new skills through volunteering and explore different types of work opportunities there and expand their networks. We also run our annual Big Idea competition. So this is where students can actually pitch for funding for their careers and for their sort of business ideas. So if you're familiar with the programme Shark Tank or Dragon's Den as it's called in the UK, people are actually pitching for support and investment in their ideas, and this is what our students do as well. So that's held annually at the university too, so students can actually get their own ideas off the ground. You can read about all of these different things on our careers blog. So there are lots of different articles there talking about all of the different events that we organise throughout the year. We also have Westminster Enterprise Network. So this is a support network which organises lots of different events as well, and it supports students and graduates with an interest in enterprise, freelancing, and innovation. It develops students' entrepreneurial skills as well, so they organise lots of different workshops and masterclasses. We have different industry events and networking opportunities as well, so that's a great thing for students to get involved in. We have a podcast, which is the Passion and Hustle podcast, all about careers and innovation and entrepreneurship. So you can take a look at that as well. And our alumni have been very involved as well in our What It Takes series. So they've been returning to give different talks about different aspects of their careers and their career paths after graduation. That's been very popular with our current students. And when it comes to innovation, entrepreneurship, Westminster's been very successful. You can see there we've been very high among universities when it comes to producing company founders. And we've got a great new building which will be opening next year, which is 29 Marylebone Road. And this is a big scheme that we've been investing in at the university. So this new site for employability and enterprise and innovation will be opening, and you can read about that on the news section of our web pages. So lots of exciting things going on throughout the year for careers and employability. We encourage students to get involved with the Careers Service as soon as they enrol. So it's something that they need to think about as soon as they start their degrees at Westminster. There are lots of different workshops that we organise for them to find out about all of the different events and support that we offer. And my colleagues have talked as well about work experience opportunities in different courses across the university. And here we've got some examples of companies that have worked together with the university and companies where students have undertaken work experience and internships. So you can see there lots of very well-known global companies, and students have been getting lots of excellent experience by doing work experience, placement years at these different companies. So next we'll be looking at other ways which students can add value to their degree and other aspects that they can do and get involved in during their time at Westminster.
Trips overseas, working with university contacts, our partners, and also some alumni perhaps, whilst they're on our Westminster Working Cultures trips overseas. There's a really great Instagram account as well, as which is linked there. So if you want to see some pictures of our students and what they've been getting up to whilst they're on their travels with Westminster Working Cultures, do please direct your students to look at that, and hopefully we'll get them excited about opportunities to not only study at Westminster but also to broaden their horizons and get opportunities to travel even further, travel overseas again once they're in London. We also have a really good Global Experience Bursary and Ignite Fund where we offer funding to help students if they want to go overseas for a specific reason, perhaps a summer school or a language school overseas, or conduct some research overseas. They can apply to this bursary to get funding to help them do that. So each year many of our students will go overseas and have some fantastic experiences and really kind of add something to their degree by taking these opportunities. We also have opportunities for students to study overseas as part of many of their degree programs. So that could be in a bachelor's degree to do a full year overseas, or a semester overseas, or maybe even a short-term opportunity to go and study overseas. So once students join us at Westminster, these are the opportunities which can be presented to them once they join us. I often get asked if students need to apply for these kind of opportunities before they arrive. They don't need to worry about that. That's something they'll do once they're at university. They can start looking at these different opportunities and these experiences overseas they can add to their degree at Westminster. We also have opportunities for students to join our talent bank, where they can get paid work across the campuses. So that can be using their talents to kind of help the university. So working for the university and getting paid to kind of put their talents into action really and help our university. That could be anything from our marketing to kind of helping with ambassadors, or working on events with the university. So it's a great opportunity to get some paid work, but also add something to the CV and meet new people working within the university. Similarly, we have a social media ambassador scheme where our students can kind of use their skills to kind of promote the university and and show us online at the University of Westminster. So that's just a few of the opportunities you have to add value to your degree at Westminster. There are many more which you'll present to students when they arrive at Westminster. So fantastic, amazing array of opportunities. And one thing I always think is when I was studying is I took more opportunity to kind of find out about these opportunities which are available to students. We really try hard to make sure that they're advertised and students are aware of them, getting into classes and having facilities on every campus where they can go and talk to people about these sorts of opportunities. So it's just a little bit about how students can add value to their degree. And now I'm going to pass over to my colleague Jane, who's going to talk a little bit about accommodation options at the university.
So this is just a little bit of information about accommodation options when you're studying at Westminster. A topic that we know students are often quite anxious about, so it's great that you have this information to hand. So the university does have its own accommodation. We have halls of residence in central London and out in the northwest, so near on our Harrow campus and at Wembley nearby. So all very accessible and easy. The Harrow Hall is directly on the campus. It's only about a 25-minute journey into central London. Similar for the journey from one of our other halls near Wembley, and 2 right in the centre. So you're never going to be far from studying. You're never going to be far from your classes. They're all self-catered halls that we offer, and they're all very secure, comfortable, convenient, and an easy option when you're coming to start studying. So they are, as I've mentioned, self-catered. You normally get about sort of 5 or 6 individual rooms. We don't tend to do shared rooms. They're all individual rooms. There are some exceptional cases. So if you have got a particular query, then contact our accommodation team. But you can see an image there of a room. So you get your own room, your own shower room, and then you would share a kitchen with maybe 5 other students. And the idea is that if you are doing your own cooking a bit, you'll make friends, you'll get to know people from different programs and courses, because there'll be students from the different colleges staying maybe with you, and you'll also be able to save a bit of money while you're living in London. So international students are prioritised. The application for our halls opens in the spring, and we email our offer holders and we let them know. As long as you are holding, as long as you're holding an offer, it can be conditional or unconditional, but as long as you've accepted that offer, then you will be able to apply for our halls of residence when that opens. And then you'll be made an offer of a hall, and you can decide whether or not to accept. So our own halls, you've got a guidance of prices there. They do vary a little bit depending on the location and the size of room, because we have some luxury and some other options. But our accommodation team are also there to help with people who are thinking about private accommodation in London. So we've got some links and information on the website. They will help students looking at contracts, queries and issues about that, but also maybe getting to meet other students if they're looking to do a house share. And we work in partnership with a number of the halls in London that are not owned by Westminster, but our students can stay in. So there are lots and lots of options for living. So it doesn't need to be a concern. If you would like to provide more information, or you want to see for yourselves, on our YouTube channel, we do have a virtual hall tour, so you can see what it's like staying with us. And that's really the end of information about accommodation and guidance, but we're going to pass you over now to one of our students, or ex-students, who's going to there's going to be a video from the student all about life in London and being at Westminster. Thank you.
We are Westminster, the heartbeat of London City, with people from different religions, cultures, and ethnicities. The home away from home, where people come to learn, develop, and grow. We are Westminster, believers of global sustainability to keep our planet safe and healthy. Champions of lifelong education and always committed to personal transformation. We are Westminster, a place where you don't have to pretend, a place where you can find new societies, clubs, and friends, a place of co-creation, collaboration, determination, the place for diverse communities, our global student population. My journey here is not as rare as it seems. Coming to university can be scary, but it was also my dream to be in the heart of London, surrounded by creative passions in abundance. I never knew I could make it to university, but there was just something about my Westminster journey, from being anxious, shy, and insecure to blossoming into someone much more confident, for sure. University is about learning, yes, but Westminster means so much more than that. Always working to strive for your best. I didn't know who I was or what I wanted to do, but what I would say to anyone is, you just do you. You may not feel like this yet, but before you know it, Westminster will be the place for you. Whether you travel from overseas or a short walk away through that inner city vibrancy, your story starts here. Because we are Westminster, where we shout fear the flames of the Westminster Dragons, filled with students of many talents and passions, where everyone is welcome and anything can happen. Are you feeling that yet? You might still ask, why Westminster? And I say, because we're the pioneers of tomorrow, the change makers of today, you can feel our London energy which carries us through the day. We are breakers of barriers, we fight for what's right, where you can make your voice heard with the end goal for change in sight. We are Westminster, and you are Westminster too. Come and be part of our community. It's for everyone, especially someone just like you.
So we've come to the end of our videos now. I hope that you found all of the information very informative and useful, entertaining, and I hope that you've learned a lot about Westminster, our location, our campuses, and the different courses that we offer. There's lots more information available and lots of resources are available to you in the additional chapter that you've got access to. So I hope that you take a look at that and find out more that way. On our website as well, you've got lots of extra information there, and you can look across all of our different social media channels as well. There's lots of additional information and videos available to you there as well. And please do reach out to us if you've got any questions or if you've got any queries or if you need any more information or help or support from us. So thank you again, and we look forward to working with you going forward.
Hello, welcome back to my social media live every day. I'm Marceli Pereira from marcelipereira.com, and I am here to inspire people around the world to come to the UK for higher education. So it's been 3 hours, more than 3 hours live session. So thank you so much for joining me today. I have given you information about 2 universities in the UK. So I am here to give you information so that you can make an independent, informed decision about which university to select for higher education and which country, which course. So I'm going to give you everyday inspiration about, and I gave you information about different universities that I work with and that I have placed students. So thank you so much for joining. I'm live on all social media platforms. You can contact me on the number displayed in the screen. We are here to support. We are a team of professionals help thousands of students across the globe to come to the UK for higher education opportunities, and we are here to inspire many more students for higher education. Right, so thank you for joining today, and I'll see you tomorrow with another social media live session. If you have any information, if you need any further information, or if you want to apply to one of the universities, we can support you all the way. Thank you, and I see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.